Week number 3. You're sitting here going, Smitty, what do I do Sunday morning? What do I do with Joe Burrow later on? What do I do with this guy? What do I do with that guy? Is Jahmyr Gibbs going to go nuts? Do I bench Breece Hall? We're digging into every single bit of that and more. The week number 3 Start Bench Advice Show begins right now. File on in. Intro's not playing. Hitting the button. It's not playing. Let's see if I can manually punch this baby.
The FantasyFootballShow.com studios.
It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live!
Monday through Friday,
8 p.m. Eastern. Smitty is also live whenever news breaks.
What is going on, everybody? Appreciate you being here. Thanks for joining me like you do every single Saturday evening. This is the Graveyard Crew. This is where the big dogs are separated from the little dogs downstream. You being the big dogs, and we're here to get into all of your crazy Week 3 dilemmas and crazy scenarios. We're here to try and help you win your Week 3 and your league, with certain trades that might get it done immediately once you execute said trade. So file on in, hit that like button on your way in the door. Appreciate every single one of you being here. And we're going to get to the super chats, the phone calls, everything you can think of heading into your Week 3 battles. Phone lines will be open shortly. Don't bother dialing yet, because the phone lines are not going to be open until we get through some of the super chats that come folding on in. Appreciate you guys all being here. You guys are absolutely magnificent people. Let's see if my soundboard's back. Is my soundboard back? Let's see if we can start it up again. Let's see if the let's hit a little Joe Burrow. No, let's hit a little Breece Hall. Is that working? That's not working. Why isn't my board working? All right, we'll try it in a little bit. First super chat of the night's from Oren. Oren says Kyron plus Garrett Wilson and all my fab for Chase. I would probably do that trade. That's me. I'm different than the average bear. There we go. They came in a little delayed.
Get Breece.
Okay, so we're good on the soundboard. It's a little delayed. I might need to restart my system, not now, but later, to make sure that in the morning things are running smoother. Oren, appreciate your super chat, young man. You are the man, the myth, the legend. Just Sherman dropping a super here, says rolling with T-Law or Love this week. T-Law is a little bit safer, a little itty-bitty safer. But, I mean, T-Law is going to bounce back. I think the only reason you say safer is because T-Law has been balling out, and Trevor Lawrence looked great in Week 1 and then didn't look as good in Week 2. But we know what happened in Week 2. Missed a couple throws. There was 2-3 touchdowns left on the table. And at the end of the day, he could have came out with a 3-touchdown performance at the very least, and people would have been sitting there going, law dog this, law dog that, kind of like we do every single week. But I wouldn't shy away from Jordan Love this week, especially if Christian Watson plays, which we're waiting on that news, and we'll break that as soon as that comes rolling in. Trade Tank Dell for Watson. I'd rather have Watson. I think when Watson gets going full steam ahead, bro, it's going to be top 12 wide receiver production. I think Watson's one of the best buy low players walking into week number 3. And in fact, let's keep a little tally going. Buy low, best week 3 buy lows. Let's put it right here in the corner, and let's keep a tab on the best week 3 buy lows. And first and foremost, I think we're going to put Jahmyr Gibbs on here. Jahmyr Gibbs, first of all, we had Debo as one of the best buy lows walking in, and that one was an absolute smash. We've been talking about buying Debo low all freaking week. Let's put a little check mark by that one, a little victory lap, if you will, right by Debo. That one's been completed. Jahmyr Gibbs is probably my next favorite buy low. Kamara, JT, Christian Watson. So we'll put next up Kamara. I'm gonna do a little tally here. So Debo, successful. Next up, we're gonna put Kamara. We're gonna put JT. and then Christian Watson. Those would be 3 more that I want to put Taylor and then Watson. So buckle up. These guys are buy lows for a limited time. Now, Watson may not play. And that's fine. That means he'll still be a buy low walking into next week, but get him now anyway. Let's get to these next super chats here. We got Whale coming in here with a Roshan or Bateman flex. I'm going to go probably Roshan. Those are pretty tough calls, though. I don't know if you have any other waiver guys that are out there. Start to love Fields or Goff. I mean, Goff, obviously love. Fields is safer. I'm sorry, Goff is safer, but I kind of would roll Fields if it were me. And I know not everybody's going to feel that way. Goff kind of deserves the nod, but I would go Fields. But that's me. I'm very more risk-driven than the average bear, bro. $20 hauler from William Jackson.
Alert. Super chat alert.
William coming in hot with a super chat here. What's good, Smitty? I'm a new listener and appreciate the content and help. Just traded Tutu Atwell for Christian Watson. That is, first of all, amazing to hear that you found your new home, William, and we're glad to have you, William.
Mashed potatoes!
That's for you, William. This is for you as well for your trade.
Got him.
William coming in strong with his first super chat, completely taking that kid to the cleaners there. Tutu Atwell, who we like. He's not a bad player, but Christian Watson's a top 12 wide receiver. Just wait for it. Just wait for it. 2 running backs and a flex. Walker, Swift, Kyron, Hall, Hawkinson. You've got to go with Walker, Swift, and probably it's got to be either Kyron or Hawkinson over Hall. Unfortunately, just this week, I'm very, very excited about what Breece Hall is going to do eventually, so don't think I'm not. But in this scenario, I'd probably say like Kyron's safer than Hawkinson, maybe by a hair, just because the volume is almost guaranteed. He's a running back. He's going to see the ball a certain number of times, but I mean, you can't go wrong. I'd probably go Kyron if it's me, but you can't go wrong with that. You can't even blame yourself if it doesn't work out. And if the chat wants to chime in too, should I start Fields or Stafford? I'm going to go Fields for me. And which 2 wide receivers should I start between Wilson, Ridley, and Moore? I would go Garrett Wilson and Ridley. I do like Fields to bounce back, and I think you hedge your bets by putting DJ Moore on the bench, starting Fields. What would be a shame is to start both. Fields goes sideways on you, and then you get screwed out of everything there. But trust your gut. If you don't feel Fields right now, don't do it. There's definitely safer options, but Addison, Hunt, JT for Diggs. I'd rather have Diggs. Diggs is the for sure thing. I mean, when you think about it, VSAN, you're hoping JT becomes Diggs. Why not just take the Diggs side right now? You know what I'm saying? So VSAN, it's a very, very, very good question though. This one, Javonte Williams, ETN, or Kyron Williams. I'm gonna go ETN and just rank them for you, then Kyron, then Javonte. But ETN is not a player I'm sitting this week at all whatsoever. I think he's going to ball out, but not saying Kyron's easy to sit. But trade vetoed, T-Law, CD, James Cook for JJ Jacobs. I mean, while I do like the JJ side more, and then you flip Jacobs, I don't know how you vetoed that trade. That's ridiculous. You can tell that owner to call into my show, and I'll talk to him right now. Smitty, we like Kincaid or Ertz at tight end. Ertz is getting the volume. It's a tough matchup. Give me Kincaid this week. Okay, Pickens or Wilson at receiver. Probably Pickens is safer. Garrett Wilson's high risk, high reward. I probably lean toward Pickens this week, and I don't think you'll be ashamed of yourself if you get that wrong, because Pickens looked like a baller last week, and he looks like an absolute, elite wide receiver when he's on the field. He just looks so good. The only thing I hate is that Steelers offense feels very vanilla, but I still think Pickens is going to be pretty good this week. Either way, you're looking good. Who's your proudest fantasy player prediction ever? Probably I'd say, man, Arian Foster. When I went on CBS Sports Radio and I got audio of that, we play it all the time. where I went on and said he's going to be a top 1 to 5 running back, and he was a 4th, 5th, and 6th round pick, just depending on what part of the draft you drafted in or what part of the season. And he was an undrafted free agent, and I loved him. Priest Holmes is my favorite player. That was a little bit before my actual, video content or anything like that. That was back in the day. Who's your, thank you for that question right there. Rock out, dropping this one, chicken, drumstick, or, I'm going to say, let's go with the drumstick there, Rock out. Appreciate you, buddy boy. Phone lines will be open soon, Rock out. You can dial in. Ridley, Puka, Amon-Ra, Devontae Smith, bench 1. I'm probably going to bench probably Puka. But that's a real tough one, bro. That's a really tough one. And he's banged up right now too, so but like no one can blame anybody for starting Puka over one of those guys, but I just couldn't sit. Those are elite players. You got a really good wide receiver crew. Terry dropping the
Alert. Super chat alert.
My boy Terry coming in strong. Tyler. Did I say Terry the first time too? I'm sorry, Tyler. Tyler, $20 hauler. Pittman or Godwin or Kirk? Pittman. Pittman or Godwin or Kirk, Pittman, and Godwin both have bad weather games. And with Kirk starting Ridley and Ingram, is it bad to start 3 people from the same team? I don't know. I mean, obviously, yes, if it goes sideways on you, but Pittman or Godwin or Kirk, Pittman, and Godwin. I don't really understand the question fully. Okay, Pittman or Godwin. Kirk. Okay, you're just saying Kirk, Pittman, and Godwin both have bad games. That's not a question. The question is Pittman or Godwin. I'm going to say Godwin probably. Well, no, give me Pittman. Give me Pittman this week. I think Pittman does do something this week. I think he looks decent. Godwin's tough to sit, but he's also tough to start at the same time. You know, you're banking on, okay, when's he going to come and have a resurgence? Pittman's probably safer, but, you know, if you want a big swing, Godwin ain't bad. Godwin could have a 2-touchdown game any moment, you know. I don't think he's completely done yet, but I think his days of consistency might be a little bit few and far in between. But I would say I would probably roll with Pittman. That's a tough one, though. But that does give you some, you know, potential. I'm probably starting Kirk. Tyler, if you got a different way you want to word this, too, let me know, and I'll try and circle back and look for your question. This one right here from Precision. We got need 2, 0.5 PPR, Addison, Reed, Dell, Bourne, and Flowers. Worried about weather in Baltimore. And let me also put the schedule up on the screen here so we can check it out here and go over it. It'll make it a little easier for everybody watching as well to have the schedule. Not to mention me, sometimes I forget what team is away. And it's nice to have it up on screen. So let me pull this up here and drop it right here. Sunday slate of games. All right, there we go. Need to Addison, Jaden. I'm probably gonna say, give me Flowers and Addison pretty easily. I'm not really swayed that much by Bourne or Reed or even Dell, who I like a lot, but Addison and Flowers feel like locks to me, bro. So I'm going to say at the end of the day, weather, matchup be damned. I'm going to go ahead and roll with those boys. Here's the schedule. I'm going to put it in the corner there. That should help everybody, hopefully. Okay. Next super chat is from Racing Boy. Racing Boy coming in with a freaking... Oh, Racing Boy just got rid of his super chat. Hold on. I'm coming for you, Racing Boy. 1 second. Where did that one go? Here it is. Racing Boy says, I need to make room for my bench after week 5 for Taylor and Cup. Trade advice. Have K9, DJ Moore, Christian Watson, Nico Collins, Laporta. I think you wait after this week, bro, because you need DJ Moore to do well to trade him. You need Christian Watson to come back, and I don't know if he will, to play this week and to trade him. K9, I don't know if I necessarily want to get rid of, but if he has a 100-yard game, scores again, creates some consistency feel to his value, then you can trade him away. I don't think you'll have a problem if Laporta does pretty well, if Collins does well. 2 or 3 of these guys do well to couple them together for like one player. At this current moment in time, unless you're going and getting a Jahmyr Gibbs using like DJ Moore and Christian Watson, or going and getting a freaking AJ Brown using DJ Moore and Christian Watson, which one could argue they'd rather have the 2 players. Honestly, I think DJ Moore does bounce back. Maybe Christian Watson and Collins, maybe Collins and DJ Moore for AJ Brown. I don't know that you're going to get AJ Brown at that value, but you might as well try. Hold on, here's Denny calling in real quick. Denny, I got a bone to pick with you, pal.
All right, let's get it on.
What is with you, bro? In my comments, saying I'm a phony, saying I'm a liar. You're in my you're in my huh?
I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, you shouldn't. Hold on, I'm not done. Phony, liar. This host is a fraud. Denny, you said some really hurtful things in my comments, coming from somebody that I admire and appreciate, and you said it all. I imagine you were on a little bit of a bender or something, but you said it all because you were dialing in during one of my live premieres where I wasn't actually live. It was a live premiere where I was in the chat chatting, and I wasn't answering the phone. And so Denny comes into my comments saying Smitty's a liar, he's a phony, he can't make time for me, he's blocking my calls. Now what? You did.
You know what? I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said it.
What did you think was going on?
Oh, sometimes I think you're, sometimes, I get these guys and I don't know. I'm sorry. You forgive me?
Yeah, Denny, I forgive you. But can we stop this? I mean, you've kind of done this before, like a little smaller version of this before. But can we just can we get something out? Can we get something out of the way right now? Can we just get something out of the way right now? I'm never mad at you. I'm never going to be mad at you. I'm never going to block you. I'm never going to, unless you keep talking like that, I'm never going to do all these things that you think I'm doing when I'm not doing them. So whenever you feel like it's happening, just step back. Just step back. Because I hadn't even talked to you. I hadn't ignored you. I hadn't said anything at all to you. And I'm just sitting there seeing, there was about 15 messages in a row. Denny, it was fraud, phony. This is coming from I thought was one of my most loyal subscribers on the channel.
I'm your friend. Smitty, I'm sorry. All right? I'm sorry. Just let's get beyond this.
Yeah, I bet you want to get beyond it. You want me to just snap my fingers and forgive you? Let's see if I can do it. Hold on. Done. That's because that's the kind of man I am, Denny. What can I do for you, pal?
Oh, I really appreciate it. How you feel about Tank Dell? I reached for Tank Dell. I feel like I'm starting to, I like this kid.
I think we do.
Playmate.
We love him on this channel, bro. We love him on this channel. I still can't believe it. Denny, can I ask you a question? When did you come to realize maybe you made a mistake? Like, because you were going at me in the comments. I even responded to you like 3 or 4 times. I said, Denny, I wasn't live. It was a live premiere. I wasn't not answering your call. And Denny, sometimes you watch a show late too. Like I'll be in here at midnight or 2 in.the morning doing work, and my phone line's blowing up, and it's Denny. He's calling. He thinks he's watching a replay of the show, and he's calling in thinking he's live. But Denny, at what point did you realize you made a mistake? Because I was commenting over and over saying, Denny,
it was early. I knew I was making a mistake early, but it was kind of no. It was when I was like, "Are you big leaguing me?" Like I was saying that, but I was like, "Oh shit."
There's a lot of people that think we're doing a skit right now. We're not. We're not doing a bit right now. It was in my comments. He was blowing me up. He called me a phony, a liar. Like they were. If I didn't have thick skin, Denny, they would be pretty hurtful things. But that's okay. I'm wearing a Grindhouse shirt. This thing's thick, just like my skin. I'm ready to move on.
Smitty, sometimes I kind of felt like you were big leaguing me.
But how? But how, Denny? You were calling into the line when I wasn't live. You know what I'm saying? Like everything you're thinking that I was doing, I wasn't live. Denny, you were calling into the show when I wasn't live and I didn't pick up and you think I'm big leaguing you. I wasn't live.
I'm the worst.
You're not you're not the worst, but you need to stop this because this is like the second time. I'm not like again, Denny. Let's just get it out of the way. I'm never mad at you. I never will be mad at you. I'm not even mad at you right now because I appreciate the person you are. You flew out to Vegas. You don't think you flying out to Vegas to see me doesn't wipe this clean? You got a little bit of an advance, like, you know, take it away and start over card with me. So you're on clean. You got a clean slate with me as far as I'm concerned. You flew out to Vegas to see me.
I did. I did. To see you. I did. I flew out there to see you, Steve. But now, like, you're going big time on me.
But okay, let's just say I was, which I don't necessarily agree with. I hope I'm going big time. Let's hope this thing's going. Let's hope we're going big time. But Denny, even if I was going big time, the things you think I did big time were not true because I wasn't even live. You were dialing into a premiere, and you were in the comments of the premiere saying, "Why didn't you pick up? Why didn't you pick up?" It's because I wasn't live. I wasn't live, Denny. What if I big timed you on? Denny, the phone lines aren't even open. I answered the phone line for you.
I know. You do that all the time. I remember one time. How
big league could I be if I'm answering the phone for you right now?
You've been really good to me a lot of times, and I apologize. All right, just because I wanted to know if that was the Smitty. You know, I just wanted to know what's going on behind it. It's just sometimes I want to know. You said that you would have a show this Smitty, and she would answer questions, but no, that's got nothing to do with it. No.
What were you talking about? So is that part of why I didn't have Miss Smitty on the show to answer questions yet? So I'm big leaguing you. I mean, come on, Denny.
No, you're not big leaguing me, man. You're so good to me, man.
Okay.
You were
right,
good to me.
Denny, I hate to do this in this moment in time because you're going to feel like I'm big leaguing you here, but I do have to get to the super chats here. When I open the phone lines, will you do me a favor and call back in? And we'll put you on a little panel, okay? As long as you're good. All right, Denny, appreciate you. Thanks for calling in and making it right.
All right, I'm trying to make it right. And,
all right. I'm not mad.
You're good. You're good to me.
I'm not mad, Denny. I'm not mad. You came out to see me in Vegas. You wiped the slate clean in advance doing that. All right? Appreciate you, Denny. Later.
All right, I'll call back later. Hey, I snagged up Brock Purdy on wave in my league. Is that cool with you?
I'm good with that, Denny. I'm good with that. We'll see you in a bit. All right, later. I was waiting for that call, to be honest. I didn't know if he would ever come around on that, but he was in my comments, and I forgive him. I realized he kind of thought something else was going on, but he was dialing into a live premiere. He thought I was live. I wasn't picking up. Even if I wasn't picking up, though, like, I don't think I deserved that. but he thought I was live. And Denny, if I don't ever pick up during a live stream, please don't react that way. It doesn't mean I'm big leaguing you. I need to make room for my roster. So anyway, I think I helped Racing Boy with that question already. Thank you, Racing Boy. We got a couple $20 super chats coming in hot. One from Ahmad. Ahmad right here. I'll put that right here. Ahmad, I appreciate you for dropping the 20 wad, bro. I got Robert Mitchell dropping a 20 wad right here. I apologize for the wait. I had to handle that with Denny because that was some serious stuff. Tyler coming in with another $20 hauler. Tyler is such a beast. Let's help Tyler real quick because he's already dropped a $20 hauler. Sorry, Pittman or Godwin or Kirk, pick one. I probably do lean Kirk in this scenario. I just feel like Kirk he's steady Eddie. I feel like T-Law is going to do well, and I'm not concerned that you have Ingram as well because I think T-Law has a good day. If you're feeling a gut instinct on Pittman or Godwin, though, I'm telling you go with it because it's very close to me. I don't want to say forcing an answer, but I'm certainly digging deep on it by saying Kirk because Pittman I have a good feeling about this week. Godwin, I have like one of those what week is he going to do it feelings. Not really that it's going to be this week, but goodness gracious, man. I mean, Evans has been going nuts. I bet they try and lock him down. Godwin's going to slip free for a couple TDs in one game coming up. But I feel like Kirk is the steadier Eddie. And then right here you said I'm going to start Ingram and Ridley. Is it bad to start three guys from one team? It certainly could be. It certainly could be. It could be, bro. It definitely could be. But at the same time, it could be glorious as well. If T-Law goes out and has a magnificent day, I would probably roll with my studs. And I feel like Kirk is not a stud, but he's a borderline stud. And I appreciate it.
Alert. Super chat alert.
This one from Robert Mitchell, $20 hauler. Hey, Smitty, Watson or Love? I'm going Love. Ferguson or Kincaid? Ferguson's safer. Kincaid's a little bit craftier, high risk, high reward play. So if safety is what you need, you're projected to win, or if you need a swing, you go Kincaid. But for Fergie, he's getting good targets, and he's not a bad option at all. He's very safe. Flex, I have Gibbs and Bijan as my starters. I have Brees, Watkins. You mean Christian Watson? Tank Dell. I put Brees in, and it's Watson, not Watkins. If Watson plays, which to bench, Dotson or JSN? Okay, so I got you now. That's just the main question here. You have Brees, Watkins. Okay. I'm going to say Watkins now because you keep typing Watkins. Watson and Brees. If Watson sits, I'm going JSN. DK's a little banged up. I don't know that's going to play into much of it, but I just have a feeling that JSN might show us a little something. And I like Dotson, not giving up on Dotson, but that's kind of how I feel about those guys. And thank you for the $20 hauler, bro.
Alert. Super chat alert. Alert. Super chat alert.
Thank you, my guy. And Ahmed for the 20.
Alert. Super chat alert.
My broski coming in. I traded Garrett Wilson for Brees. I don't mind that. Thinking about trading Walker and another piece to upgrade my wide receivers. Team is T-Law, Gibbs, Walker, Ridley, Watson, Pitts, Brees, Dotson. So you'd be rolling with Gibbs and Brees later. I don't mind that at all. If you can get an A.J. Brown, A.J. Brown would be your friend right now. A.J. Brown's fantastic. Debo's out of reach now. Olave kind of in reach. Not extremely, but kind of. It gets thin there. Chase, if you want to take a gamble. But I really love JT. I really love Kamara. I really love A.J. Brown. Let's put A.J. Brown on this list as well. A.J. Brown is a buy low that everybody needs to get behind before the kickoff of these set of games here. AJB, definitely a buy low right now. These are the best buy lows walking into the week, guys. Christian Watson, maybe he doesn't play and he's still a good buy low next week. Kamara, Taylor, Watson, AJ Brown, Debo already nailed that one. Appreciate you, my guy. And then right here, McKinnon, JSN, Tank, Dell, A-Chain, Roshan, teams 0-2. I think an 0-2 team or a 1-1 team, or even coming out of this week, a 0-3 team or a 1-2 team coming out of this week. JT, Kamara. I know it sounds crazy to go after a player like JT who's out another week and could have a kind of a rough maybe first week back, but when you're looking for that swing, I think JT is a fun bet to say, hey, this boy's going to rock out from week 5, week 6 on, and I'm going to win a league. Kamara is going to be a baller. Jamar Chase buying low is a good idea as well. A.J. Brown buying low, good idea as well. If I'm struggling, those are the players I feel like. Even Eckler, buying Eckler. Let's put Eckler on here. Eckler, a total avoid walking into draft day, partially because I thought he would get hurt, and he's older, and there's still a concern that he doesn't stay healthy all year, but you're buying him at a discount right now walking into week number 3. And so if you buy him now while his owner is without him, thinking he's going to be without him again next week, you can get him where others drafted him and get him at a discount. So those are all players that I'm definitely interested in going and getting. Let's see if I got any other super chats here that are $20. I'm going to wait. Any other $20 haulers get immediate assistance. 550 of you in here. Punch that thumb up button. We only have 99 thumbs up. Let's punch it. Hit it. Do it live. T. Higgins, Ramondre Stevenson, or Raheem Mostert. I'm going to go with Stevenson. I'm not sitting Ramondre. I don't really understand. There's a lot of people trying to sit Ramondre this week. And I just don't see how. I don't see how you can put him on the bench. Especially, I know the New York Jet defense is tough, but they're getting kind of tired. They're on the field a lot. And they're a tough overall defense, but you're talking about matchups deterring you away from starting a stud. T. Higgins might not have Joe Burrow. Mostert could get hurt mid-game. That's his style. And while I like Mostert, he's a good play. Stevenson is a stud. This is a flex question. Mostert and who? Mostert and who? T. Higgins is your wide receiver 2-3. Stevenson's your locked-in solid running back 2. And I just don't. We look at the Niners. They're supposed to shut down Puka Nacua and also Kyron Williams. That didn't work out. I think we throw matchups being a determining factor out the window, because I don't think it's something that should be driving us into benching a stud. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to say Stevenson all the way. Appreciate your super chat, my man. This one's here from Hold Up to Start 2, Smith. Collins, Kirk, Flowers, DJ Moore. Give me Kirk and Flowers for safety. Give me Flowers and DJ Moore if you need a big swing. I still really believe that Fields is going to have a nice rebound from this. Maybe he's not the quarterback we all wanted for the team in terms of, okay, could this guy be, thought of as one of the more crafty, up-and-coming quarterbacks in the National Football League? Maybe there's a lot of questions about that for weeks and weeks and weeks as he tries to refine his game and get his head straight. But when he runs the ball, which he will do now, he's going to be a fantasy football scoring guy. He's going to be a guy that everybody says, okay, he can still score. Maybe we don't love him as a quarterback, and that could change too. I still believe he could become a good quarterback, but obviously he's not ready, and that's on me. I thought he was going to be a little bit more polished coming into the season. He still could be. It's still early. It's 2 weeks in. He's been rattled. His offensive coordinating that's going on there isn't helping him. Okay, they're drawing two awful plays where he's backed up on the goal line, screen passes that were just disastrous for him, and they're not doing him any favors. Okay, but I do believe that not only does Fields bounce back this week, but DJ Moore, who's done well this year. It's not like he's been awful for 2 weeks. He was awful 1 week and he did well the next week. I think DJ Moore is a very good wide receiver too. Very good. 1 running back, 1 flex, PPR, Sanders, Aaron Jones, Kelly, Collins, London. I'm going to go Kelly and Aaron Jones. I think Kelly gets used a lot this week. If you want a higher ceiling but more risk, go London instead of Kelly, especially if you're not feeling Kelly right now. But he had a tough matchup and expectation was obviously really high, and he crapped the bed. But they're still going to feed him this week. I think he does pretty well. Those are the safest options there, Kelly. If you want to swing big, put Kelly on the bench and ride with London. Wilson, Ford, Watson, or Hall at flex. I'm going to say probably go, because Watson's not back yet. I'm going to go, even if he comes back, is he fully healthy? Whatever. We'll have to wait and see. If there's some kind of news like Watson's going to be unrestricted, he looks great, they're just like some weird report in the morning, You'll know because I'll be talking about it. Until then, it's like Ford and Wilson. Ford's your safest play. Hall's your highest risk, highest reward. And Garrett Wilson's somewhere in between. And I wish I could come out here, Corey, and tell you, here's what you need to do. But you have literally 4 options that are like dead even. So it's almost dice roll material, bro. It's almost dice roll material. And so I just want to make sure you understand that if your gut's leaning a certain way, I want you to go that way because I'm forcing myself to answer this question. Ford is your safest play. Wilson's your somewhere in between. And Hall is your highest risk, highest reward. I would say if you want somebody that's going to get the most volume, Ford is probably your guy. If you want probably the most talented player in terms of volume and talent, the combination of everything, Garrett Wilson. But will the footballs be accurately thrown to him? That's tough to say. You know, it's tough to say if Salah and this offense is going to cater to getting the football into Garrett Wilson's hands, much like Deebo Samuel gets the football placed into his hands early on in the route at the line of scrimmage. Hey, Deebo, let me hand it to you practically. Let Deebo do the work. That's what Garrett Wilson needs to be looking at and facing. A lot of Deebo Samuel-esque play calls, design plays, things that will help him make plays and use his talent instead of waiting on the football to be delivered to him, because it's not going to be delivered to him 4 times out of 8. It's going to be, he's targeted 8 times. He got 4 receptions from Zach Wilson. And they need to say, hey, turn around at the line of scrimmage or even behind the line of scrimmage, catch a football and take it 15, 20 yards to the house. That's what we need out of Garrett Wilson. Will we see it? If we do, he's going to have a great day. If we don't, Ford's the safer play. Corey, I'm sorry that there's not the exact answer, but maybe the chat can vote. Ford, Hall, Garrett Wilson, please vote for Corey right now. I want to see a bunch of people responding on that one. That's a really tough one. Russ Wilson or Deshaun Watson? I'd have to say Russell Wilson, man. 5 TDs in 2 weeks. QB 3 or 4 in a lot of leagues right now. I'm not saying that stays, but he is delivering right now. Christian Watson looks really bad, as predicted. And I don't know that it's going to get any better. And I'm certainly not going to bank on it. I'll let it happen a couple weeks before I'd even consider buying into Deshaun Watson. Start Roschon or Kendre. Kendre, much safer start this week. Kendre by a mile for right now. Until Roschon gets a hold of the job. Watson or Breece. If Watson plays, I'm going Breece because unless, again, in the morning, and you'll know, we hear some weird report that I can come in and say with confidence, oh, he's not going to be limited. You got to go with the guy that's also limited that has the big play, big hitting ability. 623 in the live stream watching right now. 623 of you in here. Punch that thumb up button. There's only 131 thumbs up. Your boy is needing your help here. What tight ends are worth trading for? I have Laporta. Evan Ingram. Bro, past that, I don't even know that the tight end, like Goddard's a nice buy low. Would I rather have Laporta than Goddard? I don't know, maybe, but I would take a chance on Goddard. I'd take a chance on the Eagles offense, which has looked very pedestrian at times through both weeks 1 and 2. I would take a chance that Goddard is a part of when it unfolds and starts going and kicking off. So I would say Goddard is probably one of my favorites, bro. AB dropping a super chat here. AB says pick 1 PPR, Miles Sanders, Roschon, Pierce, or Warren. I'm probably going Pierce here for safety if you need a big swing, bro. I have a funny feeling Warren's going to start inching away, chipping away, nipping at Najee's heels and getting more and more work each week. I just don't know if it's this week that things like become evident. Or if, so you might want to wait on Warren. I'd say Pierce. I know a lot of people are giving up on Pierce, and I don't know that that's the right move. I think Pierce is a great buy low. He almost cracks this list in a way, if you will. Trade Kelly for Kareem. Kareem who? Kareem Hunt? Why are we trading for Kareem Hunt? Why is everybody... I could live to regret this a couple weeks from now. I truly could. I really could. I could see myself talking this up like it's, he's nothing. Nobody wanted him. He's been sitting out there, and numerous GMs and people with authority at high levels have said that he looks like he's lost a step. He's gotten older. He's not the same Kareem Hunt for 2 or 3 years ago. And I just don't know. Like, I'm not saying Kelly's going to have the job for more than 1-2 weeks, probably at most, right? But he has it right now, and he's going to go out there and play. And I just don't know if it's a long play. You're not using Kelly now. You're not using Kelly next week. Maybe. But I almost would say let him ball out this week, and then you can maybe sell him for higher than Kareem Hunt. I just don't know that Kareem Hunt is going to ever really be this freaking... I just don't know. Drop Quentin Johnson for A-Chain or Elijah Moore. I'd get A-Chain, and I'd do it now. A-Chain and Roshan. People are giving up on my Roshan prediction already, and I was very, very, very firm about how it could end up playing out, that it would be a slow, patient move. Grab Roshan, league winner, hold him. The Bears offense needs to repair itself, get on track. I think he's a part of that. If he's not, he'll eventually be. They want him to be their passing down guy in the 2-minute drills at the end of both games. He was in there. So Roshan is definitely trusted at the end of a football game. That says a lot. He's the guy they want to catch passes. That says a lot. And I just think at some point he could be a league winner. A-Chain as well. Pick 2. This is from my boy Vampy. Vampy.
To the moon.
That's my boy right there. Vampy, appreciate you. Pick 2. Swift, Watson, Dell, Javonte Dotson. Swift, and probably if Watson's a go, and there's not a lot of talk about him being limited, if there's a little bit, like he could be a little, not on a snap count, but they're going to be, they're going to play him. He's going to play a lot, like then I would play Watson. But if we're worried about it, it's probably Dell and Swift. And I don't blame you for going Dotson, though. And I really do believe Dotson will rebound. $5 hauler. Smitty, there is a tropical storm going on tomorrow on the East Coast affecting both Buffalo and Baltimore games. Lots of us are asking for your opinion. I know, Tony, I'm getting to that with each of these questions. This is tough. So the Buffalo-Baltimore game, I guess we could discuss these players and say, we haven't talked a lot of James Cook yet. We haven't talked a lot of Josh Allen yet. We haven't talked a lot about the running attack over in Washington. We have talked about Dotson. Dotson hasn't been a guy I've been shoveling out there this week anyway. He's been a guy that, don't give up on him, stash him on the bench. But that is a game that, we'll have to wait and see on. As far as the other game, the Baltimore game, Baltimore and Indy. Flowers, I suppose, if let's say you have Flowers, there's a chance that you might need to, I don't know. The problem with this, though, is we're assuming a lot. And what if it doesn't? What if the weather at that moment, at that time, isn't? We'll just have to play it by ear in the morning. Some of the answers tonight are going to be affected by the weather in the morning. I don't know that I want to go too deep into the weather tonight and start steering people away from certain games yet. Let's wait and see. But I'm not benching Flowers for anybody like Burks or something, Like Burks could have a decent day any day, Like I'm not trying to make fun of Burks really. But I know a lot of people's dilemmas about Flowers would be like Burks or Flowers, or do I start Diggs or freaking, someone like Godwin? No, I'm not sitting Diggs. If Diggs' game is being played, he's going to be in my lineup, So I don't know that there are a lot of Gabe Davis, Kincaid, James Cook if you've got good flex options, Flowers, and then maybe like that's it. What Gus the Bus, if anybody's going to be starting him, there's a lot of games that who do you have? Do you have a good replacement? Certainly execute plan B if we start hearing some crazy stuff in the morning, but I think we do have to wait in the morning to the morning, bro. Okay. Garrett Wilson for Christian Watson. I'd rather have Garrett Wilson. Oh, you get Zay Flowers too. I guess I'd take Christian Watson and Zay Flowers. I really love Zay Flowers this year, bro. And I love Christian Watson. That's a really tough trade, though. I don't know if I can do that to my boy G. Willie. Let me wait a second. I love Garrett Wilson, bro. Somehow, some way, he's going to find a way to do it. He's got 2 touchdowns already. 2 touchdowns in 2 games. How are we gonna? I just love Zay Flowers and I love Christian Watson. I'm gonna say take the duo. It's a strong duo, and Christian Watson's gonna ball out, bro. I really feel like he's one of the best buy lows right now. Christian Watson right now to the moon. Let me change this. Let me change this background color here and make sure we're highlighting Christian Watson appropriately so people see him right here. Look at that, man. Christian Watson to the moon. Look at him. Rummel, appreciate you. If you trade Wilson, who do you target? If you trade Wilson, who would you target to get? Garrett Wilson? Probably. I mean, Christian Watson and Flowers is something I just said yes to, but barely. Gibbs, JT, Kamara, AJ Brown. Give up a little bit more if you need to. Debo's off the table. That was a perfect one heading into last week. DJ Moore and something. Gibbs, Hall, JT, Kamara, Swift. Like those would be fantastic targets, my bro. You know what I'm saying? Paul with a $5. Excuse me, I had to sneeze there. Hey Smitty, I'm stuck on my decision for flex. Joshua Kelly or Javonte. Go Kelly. Kelly's gonna get volume. I know everybody's disappointed in what happened last week. Go Joshua Kelly. I think Javonte's close. I hate to say this because what if Javonte gets his breakout game this week? But I just think that you're going to get a lot of work out of Joshua Kelly. Also, if you have Watson tomorrow, should I sit him? Not being 100%. I mean, it depends on your option. But yeah, I mean, if he doesn't feel like he's going to be 100%, and we'll find out tomorrow morning whether he's going to be limited. They might say he's not going to be limited. Then we're playing him, right? But if they come out and say he'll be on a snap count, he might be a decoy, we need to be very, very careful putting him out there. Start Javonte or Christian Watson at flex. Again, same information for you bums. We got to find out in the morning whether he's going to be a decoy or not. But if he's playing, we start him. If he's like playing and he's going to play a whole game. Start 3, Breece, Pacheco, Lockett, Pickens. Sit Pacheco, start the other 3. I'm gonna play it out with Breece Hall, given Pacheco's already kind of banged up and sharing carries himself. Guy in the league dropped Fields today. I have T-Law. Blew almost all my fab on Ford. Who do I drop if I can get him? Herbert, Roshan, Warren, or Flowers or Dotson. You can't drop Flowers. You can't drop Dotson. I probably bet on... bro, I mean, the problem is, what if Herbert goes out and balls out? He won't relinquish the job anytime soon. I'd probably say Herbert. Drop Herbert. I'd rather bank on the long-term value of Roshan, but that's a really tough situation. Rebuilding team. I traded Swift for a second 2024 first round pick to a team that lacks running back depth. Best case top 3 to 5, worst case 8 or 9. That's tough, bro. I mean, like, here's the bottom line. Like, you got a first rounder. You can't be upset about that. You got a first rounder. Nothing wrong with getting a first rounder, bro. That's a solid move. In that context, like any player that's kind of questionable, but could this backfire? Could Swift be worth more than a first rounder? Abso-freaking-lutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. If you get the number 3 overall pick, I like it. If you get like the 8 pick, I'd rather have Swift. You know, so Aaron, it just depends. But first rounders can be traded pretty easily. So if you want to flip that, you probably have a nice easy time flipping that. 10 man, 1 PPR. Guys, I still got all these super chats to go through. Don't worry, if I haven't got to yet, I will. David with a $27.99 hauler right here. I think I don't know the conversion on this, but start 2 Javonte, Dotson, Dell, JSN, and of course Watson. If he plays, you're the man. David, no, you're the man. And if I'm starting 2 of these guys, I'm probably going to go, Watson if he plays. Let's assume he doesn't. I'm probably going to go JSN and Dell. And if Watson does play and he's a full go, I suppose I go in the direction of benching. I probably I'm crazy. I'd probably start JSN, but Dell. It'd be safer to start Dell, put JSN on the bench, wait for him. DK's banged up. We could also find out what DK is going to be doing. Maybe they talk about him being limited, and that might sway us a little bit. But right now, I guess you could, to be safe, you could say JSN and Dell. Christian Watson plays, then we have like a conversation in the morning. But if you had to make a decision without talking to us, you probably put JSN on the bench, I suppose. Thank you for your $20 hauler, I believe.
Alert. Super chat alert.
My boy. WRM, $5 hauler, 10-man, 2-0, CD, Ridley, Hall, James Cook, Ingram, Addison, very, very good. T-Law, CD, James Cook for JJ, Jacobs vetoed. What would you do to trade for Gibbs or JT? I mean, Addison's very fun to trade right now because his value is high. He's very fun to hold as well. Same thing with James Cook. If you could trade like Ingram, tight ends are hard to come by. You could probably go hit the waiver wire, find a couple guys we like. I don't know if you've got Kincaid or somewhere. I don't know. I don't see Laporta. You got Laporta. So Ingram, James Cook, and Addison for. That might even be too much, bro. You might try James Cook and Addison alone for Gibbs or for JJ. Or JT. Oh, JJ. JJ is going to be tough to get. Gibbs, I think you could get Gibbs for that. If you're trying to get JJ, you probably got to throw Kupp, Addison, and James Cook together. And I don't even think someone's going to do that. You got JT already. JT, I don't trade JT. I don't think you can get. You can't get JJ unless you throw CD, Addison, and James Cook together, which I would do. But I think that Gibbs move will be a little easier. WRM to the moon. Appreciate you, buddy boy. Thank you for the super chat, my man. Okay. WRM to the moon. Thomas, $2 hauler. Start one. Garrett Wilson, Watson, Dotson, Dell. Appreciate it. Thank you. I'm going Garrett Wilson here, bro. I'm going Garrett Wilson. This is not one I'm messing around with. Jalen Warren to the moon, says AB. I like it, bro. He's definitely... Oh, that's another one we got to throw in here. Like, go get him now. A-Chain, not necessarily all these guys aren't necessarily trade for. Sometimes some of them you can pick up off waivers. But Warren... another one would be A-Chain. I'm just throwing as many on screen as I can think of for you guys to have targets to go get guys. This one here is from Thomas. Boyd, Cooks, Reynolds in the flex. I'm probably going to go Reynolds, assuming he plays. And check the news on it. That boy, appreciate you. Been waiting for this show all day, Smitty. With Brees in the starting lineup, I already feel shaky. Do I start Kincaid or Ertz or Hurts? I would probably say go. It's a tough matchup for Ertz against the Cowboys, bro. Hurts doesn't have his quarterback, although maybe he gets leaned on more than normal. But I'm going to go Kincaid, bro. I know you're shaky there. I'm sorry about that, but I would go Kincaid. I wouldn't really let it influence me that I'm shaky. I would just say who's the best start there. The best play is Kincaid. $10 hauler from Ahmad. Appreciate Ahmad for dropping the 10 spot on screen. You are the man. Walker for A.J. Brown straight up. I would take A.J. Brown if I was in your shoes. You feel comfortable with your running backs the way they are. You're running the risk. I think you have Breece Hall, right? But you like it, okay? You're getting A.J. Brown on the cheap. A.J. Brown went a lot higher than Walker. So it's a fantastic trade. Or should I move another piece? I think you do that. If you can do that. Chase owner isn't letting go. Olave and A.J. Brown are possible. I'd take either one. I'd rather have Olave over A.J. Brown, but they're both solid for that. I would prioritize Olave first, but get either one done, and that's a fantastic job, bro. Ahmed, I'd be very proud of you if you made that trade. And I love Walker. That's not to say I don't love Walker, but A.J. Brown is a nice go-get right now. Trade B-Rob Jr. for Kupp. I would take Kupp in a millisecond because I'm not sure what B-Rob's really going to do all year, and Kupp at least gives you a shot or some amazing trade value. Need to start two players on my flex. DJ Moore, London Flowers, Javonte Pierce, Tank Dell. I would go DJ Moore and Flowers if this is me, or London and Flowers. I really believe DJ Moore is going to have a good season. I really love London, and Atlanta's moving the ball fairly well. And Ritter's, hot and cold, but enough to move the football down the field sometimes. I love Flowers. If we hear weird weather stuff in the morning, you could stray on over to London and Moore. But I think DJ Moore and Flowers would be the way I play it this week. Tank Dell is fantastic. You can't go wrong with that. Anybody wants to start Tank Dell as a wide receiver 3. It's a fun move. I love Tank Dell. We all love Tank Dell. We have so much Tank Dell love on this channel. It's crazy. Pick 2, Swift, Kelly, and Moss. Gut says Kelly and Moss. My gut says Swift and Kelly, bro. I guess, Saul, I'm not trying to go at you, Saul. I love you, and you super chatted, so of course I'm not mad at you at all. But I would just say, like, what's making you not start Swift this week? Is it because you didn't start him last week, Saul? I'd almost bet money that you didn't start him last week, and the psychology behind this, you are trying to convince yourself that you didn't make a mistake last week, and if he doesn't do well this week, then you were justified in your mind to feel like he'd be inconsistent. Don't make the same mistake twice, Saul. I'd almost bet money you didn't start him last week, because if you did, you would be blinded by the value, and you'd be overvaluing him. You would think he was a running back 1. The only way you could have possibly be wanting to bench him is you didn't play him last week, and you're so bitter inside about it. Saul, I'm not trying to say that in a negative. I would love to know if I'm right. Please tell me if I'm right, Saul. Please tell me if I'm right. I'm just curious. Maybe I'm wrong on this, but I'm just trying to read into it. I just don't know how anybody could bench him. So, Saul, I'm going to look for your response right now. I just don't get it. 706 of you in here. Please punch that thumb up button on your way in the door. Saul, I'm going to be looking for your response, bro. I just want you to be honest with me. If that's why you maybe subconsciously want to sit him. I'm looking for it. Because Gainwell is coming back. But Saul, answer the question though, Saul. Did you sit him last week? That's all I'm asking. Be very honest with me, because I'm trying to help you using psychology, bro. Okay, your boy studies psychology. I'm bringing it here. I'm psychoanalyzing right now. I think you sat him last week. You're looking for justification. Saul, answer, please. I would love to know. Did you sit him last week? Did you sit him last week, Saul? Fields or Russ just picked him up. I would go Fields if it's me, but Russ is a safer play. I mean, Russ is QB3 right now. I'm waiting for Saul's answer. Saul, just be honest, pal. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. You super chatted. I love you, pal. Father of 3. Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while, bro. I'm waiting for Saul. I can't. Saul's not answering yet. Saul, did you sit him or not? Just be honest. This is a learning lesson for everybody. Everybody's going to gain so much value from this honest conversation between me and you right now. And I truly believe that you wouldn't even possibly think about sitting him if you played him last week and you got all those points. I'm waiting for Saul. Saul, tell me. I have to know. Traded Eckler, James Cook, and Addison for Etienne Olave. Love it. Love it. Love it, bro. Smashed it. You did great, Father of 3. To the moon. I don't think... I'm waiting for it. I don't know if he's going to answer that. Saul, appreciate you. I hope you didn't take that the wrong way. I'm trying to figure out what's going on in your head and help you with it. You know what I'm saying? There's no possible way someone that started... Everybody chant, Saul, 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 Saul. Come on, Saul. And I want him to be honest. I want him to be honest so bad. Saul, you can call in. Better call Saul. Better call Saul. Call in. I don't know if he's gonna come around. Did he answer yet? I'm looking for it. If Christian Watson's hurt, should I start Roshan, Dalvin Cook, or Mingo, or Kadarius Toney, or A-Chain? Oh, bro, that's really, really bad. I wasn't rude about it, right? With Saul, I don't want Saul to like get mad at me or say like, "Oh, I can't even ask this guy a question." It's me trying to really help him. I'm trying to use psychology. I'm trying to also help everybody else out that might be thinking that don't say name, don't call him names, guys. He's not scared of Saul. Saul's the man. Saul super chatted. Saul supports me. If you like my channel, if you support me, don't be mad at Saul for supporting me and dropping a super chat. I just want Saul to call. Better call Saul. Better call Saul. I just want to walk through it. I just want everybody that's facing this dilemma to face it together. I don't think he's gonna. Dang it. I think he took it the wrong way. I didn't mean it in a bad way. I'm hoping he's got thick skin and this is all just, he went to the bathroom real quick. He went to, I don't know what he's doing. I don't know. He's not calling in, I guess. My boy Saul. He's probably mad at me. Christian Watson hurt. This is a tough one, bro. I'd probably say give me Roshan. Or A-Chain. A-Chain, we don't know if he's ready yet, but give me Roshan. You know, he's the best chance of getting like a touchdown or something. Pick 2, Brees, Ford, Warren, Christian Watson. Right now, you're going Ford and Brees. And some miracle happens tomorrow with the news, then you throw Christian Watson in. But that one's easy. Scotty with a $5 hauler. Scotty says Pickens or London in the flex. I'm going Pickens. I love both of them. Also, would you bench Chase if Burrow is out, or even Sunday morning since Burrow would be gimpy? Not for anybody like Pickens or London. I'm still starting Jamar Chase, bro. You can't sit him. You just can't. I couldn't at least. Start A-Chain or Dalvin at running back 2. Coach says more work. I guess I'd go A-Chain, but he's the running back 2 now, so he should see more work. But, bro, he could come on and just drop a goose egg. I don't know if he's ready yet, but he's a league winner, and there's a reason A-Chain's sitting right here. I don't know. I don't think Saul's calling in. Damn it. I didn't mean for that to come off wrong. Did I sound bad? Like, I know that came off wrong because I was literally, like, calling out Saul saying, hey, why would you sit Swift? But I was doing it to help everybody. You know, Terry Roberts coming in with the super chat, a little spicy super chat here by Terry Roberts. Wow, he's a moderator. He's normally moderating language like this. Smitty, I would think 70% of the Swift owners biatched him last week, bro. Haha, says Terry Roberts coming in with the unmoderated super chat. I'm surprised you didn't get hit by Travis in a timeout for that one. Thank you, Terry. Appreciate you coming in strong. I like spicy Terry. Any moves I should make? I have T-Law, Fields, CMC, Jacobs, Gibbs, Kyron, Ramondre, Lamb, Flowers, Amari, Andrews. I mean, I don't trust Andrews, bro. Jacobs is not my favorite player at all. So I'm trading. Maybe I'm trading the QB needy team. Might take a gamble on Fields, or you could send him T-Law, but I think T-Law is too low value wise. So I would probably say send Fields to that owner. Maybe they'll take a risk because they got nothing else going. Or if that doesn't work out and you can't do some sort of cool upgrade, like maybe Amari. I can't stand Amari. I can't stand Judy. I can't stand Andrews. I can't stand Jacobs. You drafted like 4 guys that I was hell-bent against. And so I'm just packaging those together. Give me Gibbs. Give me JT. Give me A.J. Brown. Give me not Deebo Samuel no more. That one was all week long, all last week. Olave, Ridley, all those guys to start throwing pieces. I know you got Gibbs already. Start throwing pieces together. Jacobs and Amari, go get JT or Kamara, and then the bank opens at 8:00. You can thank me later, Sizzle. Appreciate you. Might have to wait on JT and Kamara, but it's a league winning move. Start 3: MT, Kirk, Madison, Tank Dell. Give me Kirk. Give me Tank Dell. And God. Guys, are we starting MT or Madison? Let's let the chat decide this last one. MT or Madison? I suppose MT. I don't know what, like, there's some people out there that still believe in Madison. It's really weird. It's really uncomfortable. It's like uncomfortable to be around somebody that talks about Madison like there's still something. They're like, hey, so you still like Madison? Like, no, Bob. Hey, Madison owner, how many leagues do you own him in? Also, I have JT on the IR spot. Sizzle, if I remember what the super chat was, you got to remember in one ear, went out the other ear, but that's a fantastic move. Kamara, there's still a bunch of other players to go get, but Sizzle, I appreciate you, bro. More than you know. More than you freaking know. Vega, flex. Taysom Hill, Watson, Wilson, Addison, DJ Moore. Honestly, Addison might be your safest play. But I'm going to go little Garrett Wilson, bro. I just can't sit him. But if you need safety, like you're up by X number of points or you're projected to win, Addison's a pretty smart move, to be frank. Traded Deshaun Watson and Chase for for AR5 and Devontae Smith Superflex. Deshaun Watson and Chase for AR5. I'm okay with this because I'm okay with this. This is really good. I'm not feeling the freaking Jamar Chase over Amon-Ra St. Brown right now. Or Devontae Smith. Sorry, I keep saying Amon-Ra. Devontae Smith over Chase right now. I know that's hard to swallow, but that's just the way it is. Look, there's a lot going on for Jamar Chase right now. Joe Burrow's not out there. Denny, I'm still doing super chats. The phone lines aren't open, but you see how I answered anyway for you. I'm not big leaguing you. But what can I do for you real quick? Because then I got to get back to these, or I'm going to get behind.
All right, I say give Madison one more chance.
Why?
Watch Madison. Start him.
But how many leagues do you own him in? This is getting uncomfortable.
One league, and I'm gonna give Madison one more shot.
So
I think Madison.
So let me ask you a question. Let's turn the psychology tables on you. Why do you think they traded for Cam Akers then?
Cam Akers they just picked him up because he's a problem. He's already a problem where he was, so he's not gonna be a problem for Madison.
But why? But wouldn't you say that trading for Cam Akers, regardless of, look, Cam Akers, you'll find no analyst on planet Earth, bro. No one, not even an analyst on what's that moon called around Jupiter they think is the most likely to have life on it. Even if you went there, I guarantee you, an analyst on any other planet, an alien analyst, nobody's more against Cam Akers than I am. Nobody, not a single soul has ever talked more shiat about Cam Akers than this man right here. And even I'm telling you right now, Denny, that they hold on. There's no way they pick up the phone and say, let's trade for Cam Akers if he's going to be a backup. Who goes and makes a move like that? Regardless of how bad he'll be, how much he'll fail, whatever. The Vikings went after Cam because they don't trust Madison, in my opinion. But that's me.
Obviously. But you know what? Give Madison one more start. Anyone that has him, give him one more start.
Can I hear one more try, Timmy T style? Can you sing that to me? One more try. I didn't know how much.
Give me one more try. Let me put my arms around you, Madison. Give me one more try. I wanna be around you. Give Madison one more try.
Living all those lonely nights. Go. Keep going. Keep going. You got one more verse.
Oh,
living all those lonely nights.
One more try. Let me put my arms around you. Madison, give me one more try. What's the last one I saw?
I did. Living all those lonely nights without you.
Living all those lonely nights around you. Give Madison one more try.
Denny.
One more try.
Denny, I forgive you 1,000% now. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
All right, call back in a little bit later.
All right, give Madison one more try.
The answer is no. That was the best serenation I've ever heard in my life. Oh, that's beautiful. That was a beautiful rendition, I have to say, Timmy T. Love this trade. And then right here, Hawkinson to the moon. Absolutely, bro. Weezy, you crushed that trade. You crushed it. This one from Paez, you didn't drop any question with it, so I'm going to put you over here and look for some sort of question later. Maybe you'll drop another one, but you got to include it in the super chat. By the time I get to it, I don't have your other comments surrounding it or anything. A-Chain, Warren, Roshan, all available to pick up right now. Should I drop Dotson or JSN to pick up one? I don't think I drop one of those guys, but I do want to grab him. Maybe I don't know if he got backup defense or something like that. And now that song's gonna be in our heads all night long, all night long. He's a songbird of our generation, and you know what? Sometimes songbirds come with a little bit of attitude, a little diva personality, and if we got to put up with some of his diva-ness to get that kind of rendition once in a while, I'm fine with it. Need to rank 4 tomorrow. Need rank 4. Rank them? Okay, give me Kendre Miller tomorrow. Dell, McKinnon, Roshan. Yeah. All right, rock out. Again, you're a Mars man, so I'm answering the phone for you no matter what, but I am in the middle of these, so as quick as you can. Unless, are you going to try and like one-up Denny and sing something?
No, I sent you a DM.
Okay, you send me a DM. Is this Timmy T?
Yeah, the audio.
All right, here we go.
It's only week 3. Don't be stressing WT if they're not doing right, but they'll come back and balling out and show, and no doubt we'll come back. It's fantasy.
Thank you, Rock Out. I appreciate you. I don't know who's. I'll be honest with you. I don't want you to take offense to this. I don't know whose was better though. Denny came in strong tonight. Bro.
Yeah, he did.
He did. But Rock Out, you always throw it down. I appreciate you. We might need a little Timmy T rendition from you as well. You got any fantasy questions real quick before I jump to these super chats before I get way behind?
Not really fantasy, but what's your thoughts on Buka from Ohio State?
I mean, bro, I got a little something coming on that. I'm gonna wait on that. Hang tight on it. I got a lot of college stuff coming. Phone lines aren't open, Ben, so try back another time. I don't have time right now to go through that, but let's just say some college stuff is coming down the pike real soon, okay? So hang tight. Rock Out, call back when we open the phone lines. Appreciate you, man. Moves to make on this one. Superflex, Lamar, ETN, Mostert, Ridley, Evans, Wilson, and Joku. Najee, I get rid of Najee as fast as I can. Hopkins, Watson, B. Kelly, Gainwell, Javonte Mooney, Elijah Moore, Dobbs, Musgrave. Rock Out, Denny collab, maybe. What do I do with this team? I would say Superflex, Lamar, ETN, Mostert, really. I like it a lot. Najee, get rid of Najee. I don't know who your QB2 is. Who's your QB2? You got Lamar and who? Lamar and Deshaun Watson. Bro, if you could turn Deshaun Watson and Najee Harris into a Hurts or Mahomes top quarterback, I would do it. I have a feeling Najee's going to take a big dump really soon. And if I could trade Najee and Hopkins for Gibbs, Najee and Hopkins for freaking JT Kamara type player, I'm doing that right away, bro. Right away. And I'm doing it live. Okay. Tom with a super chat here. Trade Bijan for Kupp and Kamara. I would probably say, no. The reason I'd say no is you don't know what Kupp's going to be. We've heard he's going to probably come back in week 5. He could go out there, run, and literally re-tear it the first run. Like, we don't know what's going on. I'm not trading Bijan. 10-team, 0.5 PPR, Walker or Gibbs. Give me Walker this week, but long term, I think they're going to be pretty even, and I think you can't really go wrong either way. You're 2-0 for a reason, so don't, sometimes no move is the best move. But I think Gibbs is going to be right on Walker's level this week, and then maybe bigger, stronger, faster next week. $20 holler from Professor Stroke. Stroke coming in with a $20 stroke right on screen. There he is, Professor Stroke. Let's go.
Alert. Super chat alert.
This guy's a monster. All right, starting 0-2 with Burrow obviously hurt. St. Brown playing with a metal boot, and Watson iffy. I have Pollard killing it and Kamara coming in next week. Just traded Algier for Najee. Straight up, did I lose? I mean, bro, you got Najee for a ham sandwich. I'm not saying Algier's trash, but now I flip Najee again. And if he has a good game, goodness gracious, you got saved and you can trade him high. But I don't know if you have time to make a trade before tomorrow morning. But Gibbs, JT, ETN, Breece Hall. I mean, just get on the ringer. Even if you have to go to A.J. Brown, straight across position. Olave, obviously. A.J. Brown. I'm making those moves, and I'm doing them now. Professor Stroke, you still got time to get rid of Najee, but you got a player I think is going to fall apart. But don't sell him low. Don't sell him low. Hope that he has a big week, and you can sell him again. But Pacheco is listed as questionable. Is expected to play, according to Adam Schefter. Okay, so just in case anybody was holding on to Pacheco this week and wondering if they should start him or not. I would definitely trade him. Definitely trade him, bro. Okay. Full PPR. Yeah, trade one guy to who was that in the chat? Take Burrow and Najee, turn them into one player. Throwing Burrow in, assuming your quarterback was solid, throwing Burrow in might be a nice little like kicker to make somebody go, I'll give away JT. You know, Najee for Cup. I might even do that, to be honest, bro. Full PPR, sit one, Garrett Wilson, London, Olave, or Nico. I'm sitting Nico. I don't like it. I love Nico, but I'm not starting Nico over those two. Appreciate you with your super chat. $6.99 Holler got offered Love, Wilson, and Madison. I assume that's Garrett Wilson and Madison for Jacobs. I would take that in a millisecond. Also, pick 2-1 from, especially if that gives you like quarterback trade, potential, because a lot of people are struggling at quarterback. If not, you just hold Love and you got a good deal. Also, pick 2-1 for a running back 2 and 1 for a flex. Swift and Pickens for me. Well, Kelly's very safe too. Kelly and Pickens, you can't really go wrong. I'm going to say Swift and probably, I think I've even gone back and forth on this show about Kelly and Pickens, bro. So that's how close it is. Swift is a lock, though. Swift is a lock. 1 minute I'm leaning Pickens, the next I'm leaning Kelly. I'd probably say Pickens is the guy at the end of the day, maybe roll with. But, man, Kelly's a nice start this week. Trade St. Brown and Montgomery for Ramondre. I wouldn't trade Ramondre for St. Brown. Or I wouldn't trade St. Brown for Ramondre. So why in the hell am I going to give up Monty as well? AR, no, absolutely not. Smitty disapproved. Thank you for your super chat, AR. You are the man. But no, that's a no. Peter coming in with a $2. Connor, Moss, London. Give me London. White or McKinnon, I'm going to go Rashad White. Those are pretty easy ones, bro. You can't really second guess those. If they don't work out, it's not like I knew it. You didn't, because those are the right moves. You know what I'm saying? So don't overthink it. Start Kirk or Lockett. I guess Lockett's a tiny bit safer, but both of them are probably pretty even. I think they could be within like 2 to 3, 1 point, 1.2 points, 3 points. St. Brown, Ridley, Flowers, Swift, or Kelly. Flex one. You have to play. How do you not have St. Brown and Ridley both in your lineup? And Swift, what is this, a 4-man league? What are we doing here, Gene? What are we doing here? What are we playing in? Is this one of those bar sheets where you get to check any player you want? And it's just like, pick 3 running backs from anybody that's playing. Pick 1 quarterback from any. Like, how do you have this? This isn't real. This isn't real. You're living in some sort of simulation right now. You're playing Tecmo Bowl simulated. And there's no way you have St. Brown and Ridley as your flex. Those are 2 players that if you're drafting today or even on draft day, we're both in the top 15. How do you not have room for 2 wide receivers that were both inside the top 15 overall? I don't understand what's going on there. Top 15 overall, not top 15 wide receivers, top 15 overall. I suppose because St. Brown's a little banged up, maybe we go Ridley. Gene, if we're pretending still, there's no way you have that team. That is absolute absurdness, bro. Traded Miles Sanders for Christian Watson. Of course you got him.
Got him.
You used your knowledge from the fantasy football show College, and you did good work, bro. Unbelievable. Totally got him on that one. There it is again, in case anybody wants to look at it again. There it is. Look at it. Look at it. Take it in. Got offered Fields for Young and a future first. I would hope you could just do Fields for Young, but I don't know. Maybe ask for their second so that you're moving your first down to the second. I don't know. I guess I would take it. I still feel like Fields could ball out, bro. I don't think I'm ready to give up on Fields like others are. Am I as confident? No, I'm not a moron. But I also feel like there's a chance he absolutely explodes back. He scored 2 touchdowns last week. You know, as much as we want to crap on him, there are quarterbacks that didn't score 2 touchdowns last week that we don't sit here and act like are the worst quarterbacks in the National Football League. Garrett Wilson, Collins, Hopkins, Hollywood Brown, Ford, pick 3. Give me Garrett Wilson, give me Ford, and give me probably... I mean, Collins is safer. Hopkins is higher risk, higher reward. It's higher risk because he's banged up in his offense's cheeks, bro. But, I mean, he's Hopkins, so it is hard to sit him. But Nico's safer if you want safety. There's nothing attached to this one. I'll try and go look for it later. Again, by the time I see it, I don't see any surrounding questions. You guys got to include it in your super chat. I got them right here off screen, so I'll keep track of them and I'll go look for them in a minute. But I'm sorry I can't answer that one right now. I'll go look for it. $10 hauler from Landon. Landon, appreciate you.
To the moon.
A little delay there on my moonshot. I need a wide receiver 2. I got Bijan and Pollard as running backs and sitting Javonte Williams. Gibbs in the flex, Ridley at number 1. Deciding between Hopkins, Dotson, London, and JSN. I'd probably go London. He's your safest play. You know, you can't even be mad at yourself if you get it wrong. London balled out last week. About 800 of you in here and 248 thumbs up, which is a respectable number, but I would love for the 748 to 800 people in here to all hit it. Like, just, we get to 1,000 likes on the live stream. That would be unbelievable. So I appreciate you all. Please punch that thumb up button. Thank you, Landon, for your super chat. Julian, my Gibbs, Andrews. I'm still getting through these. Guys, don't think I forgot who's, everybody who's dropped a super chat from 84 to Maddie to Laughin to Jack, Sizzle, Paez again, Ethan, Case, Bone 55, J, Dog, and then Julian right here. I got all your super chats here. I'm getting through them. My Gibbs, Andrews, Walker, Pickens, Charbonnet for Bijan, Debo. Woo! Gibbs, Walker, Andrews, Pickens. So let's take a look at it like this. Andrews and Pickens for Debo. I mean, you could argue that. You could argue that's even. You could argue that Andrews and Pickens beats that. And then Gibbs and Walker for Bijan. Julian, you could only do this trade for Bijan and Debo to get the 2 if you are loaded. Because this is going to, even though you're getting the 2 best players in the deal, maybe, you really could be getting the 2 best players in the deal, you're going to have a skeleton crew. So I can only say I Smitty approve it if you're in an 8-man league and you're loaded. And then, of course, this kind of bench stuff is fine. But if you're giving away your almost entire team. So I can't really answer that without saying that if you've got a bunch of depth, do it. If you don't, I don't think you can. I don't think anybody could survive that, even if you got 2 best players in the deal. Zach M or Zach Moss or Javonte this week. Probably Zach Moss, unfortunately. And James Conner for Zay Flowers. I'd take Zay Flowers. And honestly, I don't even blink. And I don't care what anybody says. $10 hauler from my boy J-Bone.
To the moon.
J-Bone dropping a 10 wad on screen. All 10 wads get a moonshot. Allen, JJ, Ayuk, D-Hop, Gabe Davis, Walker, Gibbs, Rashad White, Brees, Roshan Waller, 0-2. What do you think, Smitty? Do I love the show? The show loves you back, and I appreciate the $10 again. Allen, JJ, Ayuk. This is a good team. I think if it's me, I'm trading D-Hop and Rashad White for JT, for Kamara, for D-Hop and White for Hall, D-Hop and White for ETN. Those are the moves to make. And the fact that you still have Walker and Gibbs, you could go wide receiver. You could go D-Hop and Rachaad White for freaking A.J. Brown, Ridley, St. Brown's banged up, Jamar Chase. Those would be league winning for you. League winning for you, J-Bone. Case with a $5 hauler. I'm in a super flex and I'm trying to come up with a trade. Trading Tua and Hawkinson. I have Bijan, but my running back 2 is Najee. Who can I trade for? Okay, so if you have Tua, trading Tua and Hawkinson. I'd probably hold Hawkinson right now in this scenario, and we take it one by one. If you could trade Hawkinson, my going rate for Hawkinson, the amount of value I wanted back was last week. It was all last week heading into the Deebo Samuel Niner game. It was Deebo and a player for Hawkinson. You know, Deebo and a player for Hawkinson. Deebo and a Christian Watson. Deebo and a Pickens. Like, you could get that. You could get that for Hawkinson. You could. Now you can't get Deebo, and so it's like there's other players out there like A.J. Brown, and I would maybe do that straight up. I would maybe go get a Ridley or an Olave straight up. I'd do that. I'd go get a Gibbs maybe straight up for Hawkinson. But I think you could keep Hawkinson, and maybe you just get rid of Tua. If you're trying to trade Tua and you got another quarterback, you trade Tua and Najee for JT, Kamara, Gibbs, ETN, A.J. Brown, Olave, Ridley. Like, just go through the gauntlet of those players until you get one. Appreciate your super chat, and I think you do that. You have a league-winning move there. Start 2 this weekend: Pickens, Dell, or DJ Moore. I'm going Pickens and DJ Moore, but Dell is fun. And if you don't trust DJ Moore, if you don't trust Fields, I understand. And if you have like major reservations, Dell is very safe. But I do think DJ Moore is 110 and a touchdown capability. You know, Paez coming in with another one, so I'm going to get rid of the first one. Appreciate you coming with a second super chat. And this one right here from Paez says Landon or Watson. I'm going to go London. Hopefully it's London. I don't know who this Landon character is, but London over Watson. London. Watson, if maybe Watson's starting, and we know he's going to be an absolute monster, and we have no like concerns whatsoever. Blackbeard with his 15-month membership said, "Hit the like button, Graveyard Crew." Thank you, Blackbeard. Blackbeard to the freaking moon. I appreciate Blackbeard. Terry, Travis Rowan here. Sick Nasty, all my mods, appreciate you all. London over Watson, unless we hear Watson's a full go. Trade Barkley for JT in a millisecond, bro. JT's on here for a reason, bro. And if you get him, Paez, you're gonna be potentially making a league-winning move, in my opinion. I'm not on the Barkley train. I think he's just a big injury risk at this point, and he's gonna rush back. Is he going to be healthy for like 2 or 3 weeks? Who the hell knows? 745 of you in here and 309 thumbs up. Punch that thumb up button. Would you trade Jacobs for Ridley? In a freaking second. I'd draft Ridley over Jacobs. Easy. Like the easiest trade I've heard all night.
You've just been Smitty approved.
That's cakewalk stuff. That's child's play. That's Pop Warner versus pro football type stuff. Ruined by Ayuk and Waddle out. Start 2, my flex PPR. Algier, Kendre Miller, Osborne. I'd probably go Algier and Miller for safety. Go Miller and JSN if you need a little punch, bro. Like if you're down big time. But Algier could still do that, you know? So, like, I don't know that Algier is not a big swing either. Kind of is. Thank you for your super chat. Lamar, Richardson, Henry, Jacobs, Kelly, Warren, Roshan, Spears, Debo. Okay. Any moves? I don't know that if you start in one quarterback, if this is a 1 QB league, then I'm probably trading Lamar or Richardson to get one of those QB needy teams to give me a freaking Olave, a Ridley, throw him in Pittman, throw him in Hunter Henry. I think Hunter Henry's a good sell high. I think Derrick Henry and one of the quarterbacks for a Pollard. I think one of the quarterbacks and a freaking Waddle for a Ridley or St. Brown's worth it, just to get out of the Waddle situation. Not a huge avoid of mine, but like a pumped the brakes on Waddle in round 2 and really even the top of 3, and people just kept drafting him at 14, 15 overall. I didn't understand it. I think he could be good value if you bought him low, but I would trade him and a quarterback to get out of that. Go Diggs shopping. Pittman and one of the quarterbacks for a freaking Gibbs, JT, Kamara, Hall, AJ Brown. Let's roll, bro. League-winning move right there, my guy. Maddie coming in. Who's more valuable, Kamara or Christian Watson, Smitty? Appreciate you, Maddie. I'd say Kamara. But I love both of them. They're both buy lows over here for a reason. I traded DK Metcalf and Kenneth Walker for Jamar Chase and Swift. I think you smashed on that one.
Got him.
I mean, I like both sides, but that's a lot of talent. That's a great job. Who has more value, Kamara or Christian Watson? Kamara. I don't know if you sent that twice, but I appreciate you. Maybe I just hit it twice. LZ coming in. Flowers, McLaurin, Watson, Tony. Go Flowers. Go Flowers. I mean, if Watson's like a full go, we know in the morning he's not limited at all. Like, this guy looks amazing. I don't think, he found the fountain of youth. I don't think we're going to hear that. Then I'd go Flowers. Brees, Hall, Javonte. We also have to wait on Flowers' weather. We'll have some more news tomorrow. But for right now, Flowers. Brees, Hall, Javonte, Burrow, Love, Dotson, Dell. What is this? Tua is durable, and he is so far. Tua is durable, but we're walking into week 3. Brees Hall, Javonte, Burrow, Love, Dotson, Dell. I guess the slash is, am I picking between these two? Okay, so I'm going to go Brees Hall, Burrow, Love. Even if you heard Burrow's playing, Love. And Dotson, Dell, go Dell. Thanks, Tua. Appreciate you. Love is hard. Love in a hard spot. Burrow or Baker. This is not a tough call at all. Like, Burrow's injured and probably, I would say, on the wrong side of playing. They signed, what's his face? McCarron. And those are all signs that a quarterback's sitting. And so I'd say he's on the wrong, even if it's 49% likely to play, he's slightly on the wrong side of playing now. And even if he was going to play, he's hurt, bro. He could come out of the game. Love's not a bad play at all. I don't care about matchups right now when you're talking about players like Jordan Love or really anybody. And the Niners in week 2 taught us that. The Niners facing off against Puka and Kyren, and even I'm a victim of running out that it's a tough matchup. I don't know. It's not a tough matchup. Don't worry about matchups as much. I just think that they're bad to shove you in the wrong direction. It's one thing if you're on the fence about a player, but to change your total course of where you're headed because of a matchup is just not advisable. Start 3 PPR. Evans, Mike Williams, Olave, CeeDee Lamb. Easy. I mean, we're sitting Mike Williams here. I have Olave bench because of matchup. What? That's what I just said. Neil, no. We're not sitting Olave. We're not sitting up. I appreciate you, Neil, and I appreciate the super chat, and it's just tough love. It's your coach. High knees, run a lap. I'm not trying to be mad at you or come down hard on you. It's me, your coach, talking. Now get out there on the track, run your lap, do your push-ups, stretch a little better, and don't make this mistake again. Not sitting Olave. Appreciate you. Smitty, full PPR, Komet or Smythe? We're going to go Komet. Garrett Wilson or Robert Woods? Garrett Wilson. I mean, come on. Anything can happen, Vincent, but we're not sitting Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson's got 2 touchdowns in 2 weeks. He's got a touchdown in each one. What does he got to do? What does he got to do to prove he's still at least a high-end wide receiver, too? You know what I'm saying? James Cook and Darren Waller for Mark Andrews. Give me Mark Andrews, but that's because I trust Darren Waller 0. And James Cook, I like what I see, but I'm not super excited about it like everybody else. And I don't know that I like James Cook for Zay Flowers any different. They're both very good. I would say I would keep Zay. Or no, you know what I'm saying. I'd take Andrews. Andrews concerns me staying healthy, but that's the best trade here. That's the best trade. That's a tough one though. I mean, I really like Zay though. Maybe still trying to get Zay somehow. Traded Bryce Young, Pickett for Lawrence and Dynasty.
Got him.
Love that, bro. Love it. Also traded Jalen Warren and Deontay for Drake London. I like that one as well. Traded DJ Moore for Pickens. That's even-ish to me, but I'd rather have Pickens by a little bit. Also traded Amari Cooper and Donovan Peoples-Jones for Mike Williams and Christian Watson. I would have done that for Watson all by his lonesome. Eric to the moon. Appreciate your $20 caller, my boy Eric, coming in strong. Man, Garrett Wilson gets no respect. No respect. Absolutely zero. Half PPR flex, Pickens, Javonte, Pacheco. Pacheco is playing, according to Schefter. So, but I'm still going Pickens. I think that's just the smartest move. This one here is from Talon. Hey, Smitty, stuck on who to flex. Half PPR, Williams, Hall, London, DJ Moore, Dotson, Puka, and Algier. You got to go Puka. And probably, I would say, Puka and London are your safest bets, but you're not crazy to go Hall and Puka, but you could wait a week on Hall, I suppose. At the end of the day, London and Hall, even if Hall has a good day, I bet you London he matches that. DJ Moore is higher risk, higher reward. So if you need a big swing, I guess I could go DJ Moore. But London and Puka are probably your guys here. But you got a problem on your hands because, like, you're going to get that wrong 70% of the time. It's just the nature of having that many close players together. $10 by Efren.
To the moon.
Efren, appreciate you, my broski. Efren coming in strong. Without Roshan, I'd like to move on from my Khalil Herbert. The Roshan owner refuses to trade him. I've tried to target him in Monty, but no cigar. Who could I target? Warren, A-Chain, or Charbonnet? Using Roshan? I don't know if anybody's trading for Roshan right now. But, I mean, A-Chain would be fantastic. Warren would be fantastic. Charbonnet's hard to judge right now, but I still like him. If he got cut, I'd probably try and find room for him on my roster for sure in any league I saw him cut in. But Warren and A-Chain could have significant value immediately. And I would say A-Chain feels a little bit more big swing with a chance of getting hurt, whereas Jalen Warren probably be steady Eddie like Algier all year. You know, I don't think he takes Najee's job, but he takes like 40% of it or 50%. Hey, Smitty, 12-man PPR, 0-2 PPR. I have Burrow, Pollard, Najee, Sun God, Watson, Swift. Very solid group of guys. I think Najee, like I've said to everybody else, you got to trade him if you can. You need a quarterback, but you got Russell Wilson, so you're okay for this week, I guess. And I don't know that I'm trading Burrow away if you just have Russell Wilson. I would say if I'm you, I love that you got Kamara. Your team's really good. Trade Najee now. Go across position and get A.J. Brown and risk the biscuit with having, you know, the two running backs, Pollard and Swift, and Kamara coming back. I mean, if anything, I'd use Najee to go get a wide receiver no matter what because Kamara's coming back. And even if you have to throw in Addison, you could swing a little bit bigger and go after a Ridley or a St. Brown. But if not, go after A.J. Brown. That would be a fantastic move using Najee. And I'd even give up a little bit like Hunt or something small like that to get it done. But you get A.J. Brown or Ridley or St. Brown or, you know, even like a Garrett Wilson, I would be tempted to go get using Najee. I truly would. Thank you, Professor Stroke. Appreciate you. DeBolt. Traded Flowers and Khalil Herbert for JT. I think you smashed it.
Got him.
Jeez. It's good. It's good, bro. My guy, McFly. I have Hunter Henry at the tight end spot, but have Taysom Hill on waiver wire. If there ever was a week for Taysom to have a bonkers 20-plus point game before Kamara is off his suspension, this is the game. Thoughts? Yeah, I think Hunter Henry's safer to play. He's been playing really well all year. But like picking him up and starting him and trading Henry away and getting crazy commando with your tight end position, I don't mind that at all. I honestly, I think Taysom Hill's a fantastic sneaky play for anybody that needs a tight end. The problem is you got a guy that's playing like a top 5 tight end in a very bad tight end climate, though. Let me just tell you that. So I would be very tempted to trade Hunter Henry high. Underdog had Dell at 3 receptions. Smash it. Attaboy. We're going to get into that hopefully in a minute and do some higher lows. I need to do more of those. I need to do the weekly show. I didn't get the chance to do the weekly show, so we're going to kind of do it on this show. Should I trade Najee and Hawkinson for Breece Hall and Laporta? I feel like you're overpaying based on market value because you're buying Breece Hall like Breece Hall's a third rounder, and he's not right now. So I kind of feel like you should be trading like Najee for Breece Hall and Laporta. You know? Like giving up something else. I think if you've already kickstarted this trade talk, his expectation is so high that they're not going to settle for anything less at this point. But I feel like that's too much. I'm still trying to get rid of Najee 100%. But I feel like you either need to add something else, you have to, or you're giving up too much based on fair market. Love or Goff? I mean, look, Goff is safe, but I would go Love. I know everyone's citing matchup and talking about this and that, but there's no way. I'll love my boy. I got him close. I'll choose tomorrow. Okay, yeah, Neil, appreciate you, Neil. Thank you. See, Neil's got thick skin. Where's Saul at? Is Saul gonna call in? I wish Saul would call in. I feel like Saul took it wrong. Love or T-Law? Give me. Honestly, give me both. I go back and forth on this one. I've said Law most of the week, but I'm inching toward maybe changing my tune and going, you know what? Screw all the Law dog hate right now. This is in Jacksonville. I know Houston's no pushover right now. They're actually a pretty fun team, but Law Dog's gonna come out swinging, and the Sheriff might just come down pretty hard on these Texans. And, you know, the Saints are a good defense. This is in Green Bay. But T-Law is coming for everybody.
A lion lives among us, posing as half man, half lawman. His golden mane is reportedly 6 feet long and is bathed in milk.
That's right.
His marvelous mane grows longer with each breath he takes. Legend has it that if you say T-Law in the dark in the bathroom 3 times, you lose your league instantly. Conspiracy fanatics have linked his triangle bone structure to the ancient pyramids and alien theory.
I would say this. I'm torn on this one. This is 50-50. I've been saying Love all week. I probably roll with Love. You know what? I'm going to change my answer. If I've got 2 leagues side by side, I'm rolling Love in one and T-Law in the other. This is a 50-50 call. I wish there was an easier way to answer that question, but there isn't. They're both like neck and neck for me on my rankings this week. And Njoku or Kincaid, I'm going to go Kincaid, PPR, Smitty to the moon. No, you to the moon, Brent. Appreciate you and your super chat, pal. LZ coming in again. Start Komet or pick up Njoku or Freiermuth. What did Muth even, or what did Njoku even do last week? I don't even know what to think of Njoku right now at all. He was so highly touted by everybody. I'm just not an Njoku fan. He's always getting hurt. 40 is no touchdowns yet, but he did have 4 for 48. I'd probably go Muth, but I mean Muth has still got potential top 10 in a very, very, very poor tight end pool of players this year, by the way. The tight end landscape is awful. Muth has got 1 reception in each of his first 2 games. Pathetic offense, to be honest with you. You know what? Screw that. And Komet, what did Komet do? I really think Komet bounces back a little bit because I think Fields bounces back. He had 7 targets in week 1, 6 in week 2. Yeah, 5 receptions in week 1, 4 in week 2. Obviously no touchdowns, but he had 44 yards and 38 yards. Komet's the start. Quietly, he sneaks by you. That's the play. Komet's the play. Moser with the super starting which 2, Walker, Breece, or Jacobs? I'm going to go Walker, and I mean Jacobs is safer than Breece, but the matchup's not the greatest, and who knows what Pittsburgh does, though. I would say Walker and Breece, but I'm a dice rolling mofo. Moser. Instead of Breece, if you're not a gambling man, if you're a very conservative person, I would probably go with Jacobs. but that's not me. I like rolling the dice. Brees is my boy. Freiermuth or Kincaid? I'm going Kincaid for everything I just said about Freiermuth. 1 reception in week 1, 1 reception in week 2. Traded Kyren plus Lockett for Adams. I don't hate that, but I don't necessarily think it's like a smash either. I mean, Kyren's like a top 5 running back right now, bro. But either way, it's, there's some pros and cons to it. I think the cons are that Jimmy Garoppolo is throwing the football there in LV, but I mean, I can see both sides playing well on that trade or getting the same amount of return. Are you starting Fields or Love? I'm going Love. I like Fields bouncing back this week, but I think Love is the smarter play. Love's playing great. Bro, especially if Watson plays. Bro, full PPR, need 2, Aaron Jones, Mostert, Connor, Madison. It's Aaron Jones and Mostert by a mile. Weather concerns for Zay Flowers or Drake London. If you're feeling like frisky in the morning, bro, and you want to roll the dice with Flowers and the weather's kind of iffy, I mean, go Flowers. But if you're feeling like you need something conservative, go London. T-Law or Geno, I go T-Law. I think T-Law bounces back in a major way. But I probably would say Drake London over Flowers if we're feeling the weather. But we have to feel the weather in the morning and see what's what. We really don't know yet. We don't know anything. 10-man half PPR, Kelly or Watson. Kelly's safer, even if you're deciding like right now and you got to walk away. Kelly's safer. Kelly's going to get volume. Kelly's going to do well. He had a tough matchup last week. But, if Watson's full go without any limitations and we hear some weird news, which I don't think we'll hear in the morning, that implies he's getting full work or something, then we might switch to Watson across the board on all these questions where Watson's involved. But I don't think we'll hear that. My team, QB, Burrow, Geno. Okay. Henry, Gibbs, Roshan. Wide receivers, Lamb, Pickens, DJ Moore, Dell, Dobbs, Shaheed. Pitts, Schultz started 1-on-1, but not sure if I'll have much future success. Any thoughts or moves? Ooh. Not a lot to trade, to be honest. I mean, Henry for JT and a player. Debo was the perfect player last week. There aren't very many of those players left. Garrett Wilson in that vein. DJ Moore is a little lower. Ayuk a little lower than or right around DJ Moore. AJ Brown's higher up. So can you trade Henry and get a Breece Hall and AJ Brown? Go to the AJ Brown owner. Go to the Breece Hall owner. Go to the Kamara owner. Go to the JT owner. I know you're 1-on-1, but 1-on-1 is not that bad, bro. If you go out and lose another game because you go get JT, lose another game, you're still going to be able to come back on fire. And if you go get Kamara, you might only lose one more game. And who's to say you even lose it? But those are the moves to make for a team like that. It's how I would attack. I would make it a fun adventure. Stop getting stressed about it and look at it like a challenge and go build yourself the best comeback team you could ever assemble. Cup, get all the guys you can to come assemble together and ball out. Trade Burrow for Fields. Bank on Fields. Get crazy, bro. Have fun with it and make that a comeback team. What up, Smitty? 12-team league, 8-chain or Tutu. I'd probably go Tutu's a little bit safer. 8-chain may or may not be ready yet, but I do love owning 8-chain 1,000%. Traded all my fab for Puka Nacua. Good or bad? That was fantastic.
Got him.
Why would somebody give all their fab for Puka, or why would somebody give Puka Nacua for all their fab? You absolutely blasted him into a million pieces. Not to mention the trade value for Puka right now is through the roof. Blackbeard with a $2 hauler. Flex Pickens or Addison. Addison's safer. Pickens is higher risk, higher reward. Blackbeard, I don't mean to double talk you, but you definitely got to just pick your poison there. I guess if it was me, if I need safety, I would lean Addison a little bit. But I don't think if it's me, bro, I'm crazy. I'm going Pickens probably if it's me. Addison's safe though. Non-PPR, Swift, Flowers for K. Walker and Godwin. Give me Swift and that's pretty even, bro. See, I wish I could give you like a firm. Can I get the chat on this one? Because this is pretty even. Kenneth Walker and Godwin or Swift and Flowers? Kenneth Walker and Godwin, Swift and Flowers. Can you guys please help out Brosi? I'm going to put that in the corner. Please help out Brosi. $5 hauler. Week at running back 3, start 2. Miles Sanders, Jerome Ford, Zach Moss, Javonte, show me the way. I would say Ford's your number 1, Zach's your number 2 for this week. And then you play it by ear each week because that could definitely change each week. What are we doing on this one, guys? Can we get a vote on this one, please? Kenneth Walker and Godwin or Swift and Flowers? Trade DJ Moore. Trade DJ Moore, B-Rob, Algier for JT, Madison, Kendre Miller. Absolutely, go get JT. That's a smash. Absolute smash. Case with a $5 hauler. Good trade. Tua and Hawkinson for B-Rob, Christian Watson, and Dallas Goedert. Tua and Hawkinson for B-Rob, Christian Watson, Dallas Goedert. I'd probably rather have the Tua Hawkinson side. But I don't hate it. I don't hate it. It's definitely not horrible. I just don't know how much I love B. Robinson. If you can flip B. Robinson, then I kind of like the trade. But Goddard hasn't proved much. B. Robinson, I just don't know what I feel about him. I think he's a good trade piece. Like, go get Brees, Gibbs, add something in. And then I kind of like it all in all, the trade. But I'm not like a huge fan of B-Rob like everybody else. I don't know. Maybe I'm late to the party. Start 2, Pacheco, Javonte Williams, or D-Hop. I'd probably go Pacheco and D-Hop. Pacheco and D-Hop. D-Hop is banged up. Make sure you check in the morning with us. But he should be playing. He's expected to play. Thank you, Blackbeard. Appreciate you. Flowers side, Walker side, Swift and Flowers. Swift side. Looks like the Swift sides might like it. That's why I went to the chat. Is really close, Brosi. Very, very close. And then the final super chat, and we're caught up. Start 2, Pacheco, Javonte Williams, D-Hop. Oh, already got to this one. We're all caught up. Oh, we got to look for... No, Case already super chatted another one, so Case is all good to go. Thank you, Case. Appreciate you for dropping another super chat. 740 of you in here and 339 thumbs up. Punch the thumbs up. Let's do phone calls. 30-second phone calls. Let's go. Keep them short, people. Let's go. Dial into the phone line, which is sponsored by...
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Texas Red. Anybody wants to own this phone line for the month, their name's sitting right on it. You just got to be the top super chatter of the month in a single live stream. Texas Red with a $300 hauler is the top super chatter. So dial into the Texas Red phone line right this second, broskies. Your boy's waiting for you. Beacons. Oh, did Beacons just drop a super chat? No, this is old. That's old. Daniel, you're live. You got 30 seconds, Daniel.
Hey, Smitty. I'm flexing Judy or Dell this week. What do you think?
Judy or Dell? I'm gonna go Dell. Judy's not anybody I'm amped up about, bro. Not yet. Let's see what he does.
Yeah, let's let Russ cook and then we'll see. All right, cool.
Yeah, because I mean, Judy's
Hello?
Yeah, what did Judy have?
Yeah.
Judy had, let's see, Judy had five targets, 3 receptions, 25 yards. That's just, Judy just continues to just be bland, bro. Like, when has he ever really stepped up? I know at the end of the year last year he had some nice games and everybody got fired up, but I don't know.
Right.
Dell's looking exciting. He's getting tons of targets. He's Stroud's best friend. They're literally, they pushed the bunk beds together early this offseason. They've been doing karate in the garage ever since. It's Dell season. I'm going Dell.
Right.
All right.
Right.
But
all right, thanks.
Anything could happen. Trust your gut, bro. Anything can happen, bro. All right, later.
Cool. Thanks, man.
Yeah. Here's the one from Case. Case dropped another one. It says, just traded Najee, Tua, and Hawkinson for Brian Robinson. I already got that one. Didn't you already ask me that one? Can I get a got him? I don't know that I'm going to put a got him on the screen here for this one because I like Tua. Here's the thing. Oh, you got Kenneth Walker in this. You didn't put Kenneth Walker in the last one. Okay, so you traded Najee, Tua, Hawkinson for Brian Robinson, Kenneth Walker, Christian Watson, Dallas Goedert. That I like. I think you left out Walker. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think you left out Walker. That one I Smitty approve. However, I'm still going to trade Brian Robinson high. And maybe he plays well this week and you don't necessarily need to send him packing before the game. But you definitely get a approval on my part there. And this one, do I trade Gibbs and Puka for Lamb and Ford? I'm gonna be crazy here and say give me Puka and Gibbs. I don't know if everyone's gonna agree with me on that one. I just think I think Gibbs is gonna go crazy. Lamb I like a lot. Ford I like Ford, but I'm not 100% on Ford. I like him. He's good, but I don't know if he's gonna be the starter all year or anything. I don't know if he's gonna stay healthy. I don't know. Hold on. Maybe I do like the Lambs. I don't know. What's the chat think? Can we vote on this one? Ford and Lamb or Gibbs and Puka?
Gibbs and Puka.
Who said that? Who said that? It's okay if you said it. I'm just asking who said it.
I'm on the phone line. I don't know what's going on.
I know, but who said it? What's your name?
Oh, Kai from Malaysia.
Who?
Kai. Kai.
I got Juan the Newbie as your name.
Nah, I'm right here.
Who?
Oh wait, hold on. I've got Kai from Kansas. Is that you? Is that the guy that was saying
Yes, sir,
me?
that's me.
Okay, I do have you in here. I'm sorry. I thought that was Juan. Juan must have been mouth breathing at the time, and it showed the sound coming in from Juan. All right, hold on, Juan. Puka and Lamb. Or not Puka and Lamb. Puka and Gibbs or Lamb and Ford. Lamb and Ford. Gibbs and Puka. Gibbs and Puka. Puka and Gibbs. Lamb. It's pretty split. It's so split that I had to come back to it. Like, I'd already answered it, and I'm like, wait a minute. I got to come back. Like, this is pretty close. Like, honestly, it's probably just dead even. It's just dead even because Puka, is Puka even close to Lamb? Right now he is, but will he be later? We don't know. Gibbs, I mean, if Gibbs could destroy Ford, or maybe Ford's way better than we think. Well, I'd probably say give me the Gibbs side, but I'm crazy about Gibbs, so that's why I'm going to say that. So good question, my broski. Start 2 DJ Moore, Pickens, or Dell. I'm going Pickens and DJ Moore, but I love Dell this week, but I still think DJ Moore is going to have a really, really good game. And he's underrated. And full PPR, start Walker or Brees. You got to go Walker right now. You can't sit Walker for Brees right now. Walker scored 2 touchdowns last week. Come on, bro. All right, let's go over to Kai since he was so bold as to step forward. You have 30 seconds, Kai.
Had to. Okay, I got 2 questions. So I got start T-Law or Fields.
T-Law.
T-Law, say no more. Okay, and then I got a blockbuster trade going on right now. So I got Tyreek and Waller. Do I trade them to get Hawkinson, CD, and Christian Watson? Full PPR 10-man.
Tyreek and Waller for Christian Watson. Who else?
Hawkinson and CD Lamb. It's a tough one. I know.
Let me put that on the board.
Because I do think Tyreek can be wide receiver 1 easily.
Let's put that on the board. So Hill and Waller. I just don't know if I trust Waller at all for Hawkinson, Lamb, and C. Watt. What's the chat think on that one? I mean, the thing about it is like Lamb and Watson versus.
But the thing is, I already have Olave and Ridley. Those are my 2. That's my wide receiver 2 of my flex. So I don't know how much PT Watson will be getting.
Jeez, the chat saying keep Hill, got him, keep Tyreek, dump Waller, yes, do it. Lamb side, trade, keep Tyreek. The chat's completely split on it.
I know I use Walter Picks, and they said.
Oh! That's how you get kicked. That's how you get kicked off the show right there. Never calls again now. Banned, blocked from dialing in. Don't come in and name drop on this channel. You out of your mind? I'm not even gonna answer that anymore at that point. Okay, let's go over. I don't even know who that was, by the way. All right, Zach, you're up.
Yo, Smitty.
What's up? You're live.
All throughout all the little pick'ems you had to do and all the super chats, you have been showing absolute disrespect for Nico Collins. And I'm here to stand up for that Nico Collins.
I've showed disrespect to Nico Collins. I've said I loved him the whole show. So I love Nico Collins. Nico Collins sneaky this week.
Nico Collins.
Nico Collins is sneaky this week. I love Nico Collins. He's really good. He's safe this week. I've said the whole show. But that's okay.
Well,
That's okay. You're calling in to show your love and support for him, and I appreciate that because I like Nico. So I think you're throwing shade at me over not throwing shade. Jimmy 44, turn down mute yourself, young man. All right, go ahead, Zach. I'm sorry.
DJ Moore or Nico Collins?
DJ Moore or Nico Collins? I like I said, I think Nico could be very, very, very sneaky and very safe this week. But do I think DJ Moore, what did DJ Moore have last week? Let's just pull it up real quick. I think it was before I
had 10 targets and a touchdown.
Before I spout it out. Hold on, bro. Before you start running your mouth about it. 6 receptions for 104 yards. I don't know if you realize that.
How many targets do you have?
How many targets? He has 7. I'm just saying.
How many times they throw the ball?
But no, I mean, don't act like now you're just going to keep asking me questions because you got it wrong. Like, DJ Moore had 104 yards on 6 receptions. You can't just keep digging for the next answer. Oh, how many targets? Okay, how many fumbles? Okay, what does quarterback do? Was his mom in attendance? Was his dad in attendance? You can't just keep going down the list of things. Like, let's not pretend like Nico and DJ Moore can't have a conversation about it. Come on, Zach. All right, Zach, you're out of time anyway.
All right, Nico top 5, DJ Moore 30th.
Thank you. Okay. Juan, you can unmute yourself. Juan the newbie, you got 30 seconds.
For the flex, should I play Rachaad White, Madison, or Christian Watson?
Rachaad White, Madison, or Christian Watson? Well, if Christian Watson's a go, bro, you got to play him. And who's Madison? Who's that guy? Who?
Is Akers playing this week?
No, but it's just like I don't know. Madison, what's he done? Maybe he has one last big swing. Maybe he digs his heels in and he says, "You know what? I'm going to make him pay for this." And maybe he does have a good game. It was Christian Watson, Madison, and who was the other one?
Rachaad White.
Rachaad White. I just think Rachaad White's safer. But
yeah, or Jason as well. But
I mean, if you think Madison's going to have one last hurrah and he's going to show everybody they shouldn't have made that trade, I mean, maybe, bro. Could it be one of those? Yeah, I guess.
I think I'm playing White, honestly, unless like Watson's a full go.
I don't know. I don't think I'm banking on the guy that they just freaking, they went and got a running back and Akers, who we hate anyway. But I don't know. Maybe he is. Maybe he's not much worse than. I mean, right here we look at the matchups. Madison is he at home or is he? Oh, he's at home against the Chargers, right? Yeah. You know what? That Philly D is going to be tough. I'll tell you what, bro. You convinced me. One more week of Madison. I'm okay with it. Rachaad White, I hate using matchups. I hate freaking using matchups. I hate it. Because it always backfires. Oh, your Rams are going to get destroyed by the Niners. No, they didn't. Rachaad White's not going to do anything against the Eagles. Eagles can still give up big plays. They do it all the time. The Eagles are a good team, good defense. They give up big plays all the time. So I think Rachaad White is probably safer. But if you want to go Madison, I'm not going to be against that, bro. What did Madison even do last week? What was his stat line? Hold on.
Nothing.
Yeah. You sounded so convincing. Nothing. 3.09 yards per carry in week 1. 3.5 in week number 2. So he's been very pedestrian. Not to mention, well, he did face Philly, where Rachaad White's going this week. Well, it's in Tampa, but yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, God, they don't even. He's had 3 receptions for 10 yards, 3 receptions for 11 yards. He did have that receiving touchdown, though. That salvaged his week 1. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go ahead and say, and then let me go to Rachaad White real quick. Rachaad White just is so much more useful. What do we call him, Rachaad? Rancid White? Is that what that one guy called him? He called him Rancid. Or like it's Rashad, bro. It's Rashad. Called him Rancid White.
That was me, Smitty.
Well, who is that?
Jimmy 44.
Bro, I love you took ownership of that. You're next because of that. You took ownership. I love it. You called him Rancid Cheese or something. Rancid White.
Rachaad White.
I don't know. Maybe it was. I think you said Rancid or something. It was Rancid.
Probably.
Yeah. 17 attempts in week 1, 17 attempts in week 2. Touchdown rushing in week 2. 5 targets in week 2. I'm gonna say Rachaad White. I can't bank on Madison. I just can't. He's losing his job for a reason. All right, final answer. Thank you, Juan. Appreciate you later, pal. Jimmy 44, you're live. You got 30 seconds.
Rachaad White all day. All right, Smitty. Would you trade Breece Hall? What was it? Breece Hall, James Conner, and DK Metcalf. So quite a bit, but for Justin Jefferson and JT.
Yes, you almost made me waste my marker. Breece Hall, DK Metcalf, and who?
And James Conner.
For JJ and JT?
Yeah.
What do you, I mean, yeah, bro. I mean, are you coming up with this in your own mind, or is this actually on the table? Because this can't possibly be sitting in front of you, and you've been sitting on it all night long. Like someone that found a pot of gold at their doorstep, and they didn't ever bring it inside. Just left it on the front porch. There's a pot of gold sitting out in front of my front porch, and I just let it sit there. I mean, what are we doing, bro?
Dude, what do you mean? That's a lot, man. James Conner is a workhorse.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Bro, come on. Who's that? Who's James Conner? Who's James Conner? I'm in Arizona, bro. Come on. Come on.
So consistent,
bro. Man. Did you call in for advice, or did you call in to just get someone to confirm that you should keep James Conner? Bro, that was the worst no trade I've ever heard in my life. You got yourself. You got yourself.
Got him.
So the guy's thinking about it. Like I mean, I think it's a fair trade. You don't think it's fair?
No, I don't think it's a fair trade. Like, you got him, or I think he got you. Whatever the case is.
Yeah, I'd be getting JJ and JT. What if JT doesn't come back? Are you very confident he's going to come back?
Well, I mean, bro, I don't know. I'm wishing upon a star, but I no one fully knows. But I will say that James Conner's playing in an awful situation that has been pretty weird for 2 weeks. I will say, Cardinals have been trying to dive and they can't even, they can't even dive right. But here, let's look at this on the board. So JJ and JT, okay, only 4 characters, bro, are even being used right here. This is how efficient they are. 4 characters are being used on my marker board. That's how efficient this package is right here. Okay? And what you're giving away is DK, Conner. What else is it? I even forget the names. I don't even remember who they are. They're so forgetful.
DK, Conner, and Breece Hall.
Oh, God, I shouldn't have said that about Breece Hall. I love Breece Hall. DK, Conner, Breece Hall. Who else? Who's the 4th?
That's it.
No. There's no way you're struggling with this trade, bro. As much as I love Breece Hall, there's no way on earth you're struggling with this trade.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a lot.
It's a lot. What's a lot to get?
You know?
Yeah, it's a lot to get JT and JJ. I agree. If you pull this trade off, your league's gonna veto it. I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah.
Go do it. Do it now. Do it live, bro. Do it live.
Do it live, huh?
Yeah.
So.
Are you still going to argue with me? Are you still going to argue with me on this? The entire chat. Look, the entire chat is telling you, Jimmy44. You for some reason when you call in, we argue about something in your line of thinking. Your line of thinking and my line of thinking are so far off. And every time you call in, we're seriously arguing about something that's driving me up a wall. How on earth are we still going to have a conversation about anything relating to this? Tell me.
I wouldn't call you if I didn't value your opinion. I
know you do, but Jimmy.
All
right, Jimmy. Last question. Go. I appreciate you, by the way. I hope you aren't taking offense to this. This is your coach talking to you.
Never.
Okay.
You're
high knees. Take a lap. Drink your water. I'm blowing the whistle. You got another 30 seconds. Go.
Would you do all that just for JJ? Breeze, DK,
yes.
And James Conner?
Yes. Yes.
Just for JJ? No JT?
What did I just say? Hold on a second.
Well, I don't know if you heard me correctly. Damn, all three of them? Breece Hall?
Hold on. I gotta play something for you.
A double down Donnie is a fantasy owner that wants you to actually say yes or no, even if you've clearly made your point.
I made that specially for you. I just said yes, and then you asked me, you sure? You really? All right.
I'll let you go, brother.
Hey,
I won't bother you anymore.
You're not bothering me, Jimmy. You're creating content. but Jimmy, I will tell you, go do this trade right now and get it done, and you win your league. All right, Jimmy out. Go count your dollar bills, Jimmy. Appreciate you. All right, negative Ethan. You're up.
Smitty, another year, and it looks like we've got people suffering from Kyle Pitts syndrome again. They need to dump him like a toxic ex-girlfriend. Send him to somewhere else. I mean, all the evidence is there. The snap share isn't there with Jonnu Smith. It's the best running team in the league.
Ethan, hurry up, bro. Ethan, hurry up. You got 9 seconds left, and you haven't made a point yet. Go.
He's 2-0. Dump him now, then move on. Let it go.
Thank you, Ethan. Appreciate that. Everybody already cut him, Jimmy, but good try. All right, let's go over to Marsman Rock Out. Marsman Rock Out, you get a little bit more than 30 seconds because you're a moon man. A Marsman.
Hello?
Marsman Rock Out. What can I do for you?
Yeah, who should I get as a third QB? I could either get Purdy after waivers or Smith or Howe.
Ninja, mute yourself, please. I don't know if you're choking over there. Let us know. Hit a couple buttons and we'll call somebody. Sound like you were choking.
What's that?
No, Ninja. It sounded like Ninja was choking or somebody was choking. If you're choking, let us know again. If not, mute it. All right, Rock Out. Say it again. I couldn't hear what you said.
Yeah, I was thinking about getting a third quarterback just because the Burrow situation.
Yep.
And I could either get Purdy after waivers next week, or Smith or Howe.
Purdy, but you might want to do the Howell move now, hold him, and then drop that player for Purdy in case you don't get Purdy. You know what I mean? So I would say Geno. Take Geno. Geno's safe. Hey, Rock Out, hold on 1 second. I got a $100 hauler from Professor Stroke, dropping a wad on screen. Hold on a second. Professor Stroke doing it again.
Alert. Super chat alert. Alert. Super chat alert.
I'll tell you what. This man I got the right mic here. This man, Stroke, comes into this live stream and drops a straight wad on screen. Straight wad. Watson and Swift for Ridley. Whew, that's a tough one. We love you, Smitty. Thank you for Stroke. Guys, can we get a sound off on this one? Are we doing Watson and Swift or Ridley? Watson and Swift or Ridley? Can we please get a vote? Stroke needs your help. He's coming in strong with a $100 hauler for this advice. So let's bring him a whole bunch more opinions than just mine. Are we doing the Swift or Ridley? Swift and Watson or the Ridley side? Let's do a vote real quick. Unbelievable. Smitty, you thinking of doing a special song for $100 super chats? Yeah, I got the $20 hauler. I need to do one for 50. I need to do one for 100. I need to do one for 100 plus. So let's see. Ridley, Watson, Ridley. Overwhelming number of Ridleys. Ridley, but close. Watson and Swift. Ridley. I guess it would depend on your running back situation, but in general, Stroke, I would say Ridley for me as well. That's a great question, my bro. Great question.
Depending on his needs.
Yeah, depending on his needs for sure. All right, rock out. Give you your 30-second sound off here. I want to give you your first, little stage prior to that, but now you are, my man, on the clock. 30 seconds, go.
Yeah, what was your feeling about the extension with Shanahan and John Lynch?
Great question. Oh man, I mean, earned right now because they're winning, but
right.
I don't. It's crazy. Shanahan's such a good offensive coordinator, bro. I just think he botched the entire last couple years with this whole Trey Lance situation, ruined the kid, and now everybody that believed in Trey Lance looks like a fool, and me included. But I still think he would have been something pretty special. But now I think he's ruined. I think Trey Lance is absolutely ruined. He looks worse than he did as a rookie, and as a rookie, he looked pretty promising. He looked very bad, and so I just think Shanahan's botched it. But the bottom line is that the team's 3-0. They're the favorites to win the Super Bowl by many standards. And I think, the Niners are in a good shape right now. We'll see what happens in the coming years when a lot of these players start losing players left and right because they can't afford them. But, Ronnie Bell, you know what it is? It's their scouting team too, though. It's not all Shanahan. Their top scout, they're going to lose at some point. What's his face? He's going to become a GM.
Yeah, I forgot his name.
What's his name? Someone remind me his name. The
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Not Edwards. What's his freaking name? But they're going to lose him.
Yeah, I can't remember.
He's responsible for so many of these picks. Like, I believe he's everything later in the draft is him. Kittle was him. Purdy, Ronnie Bell. Ronnie Bell might be the Ayuk replacement if they don't extend Ayuk. I'm sure they're going to try and extend Ayuk, but it's crazy. I want to say Sherman, not Sherman. His name's not Sherman. His name's God. What was it? Stevens? Not something like that. I forget his name. When someone says it, I'm gonna know.
His name's Peters.
Peters. Thank you, Peters. Yeah, Peters is definitely going to be, in my opinion. My internet keeps cutting out. Hopefully the show doesn't get chopped up here in a second. All right, hey, I gotta get off the phone line. Appreciate you, rock out. See you, pal. All right, Draven from Kentucky, you're live. 30 seconds.
Okay, so I have to put in 2 wide receivers. I have T. Higgins, Pickens, and Thomas. Which 2 should I put in, or should I put in all 3 and take Zach Moss and put him on the bench?
I'd play Zach Moss over Mike Thomas. I mean, anything can happen, Draven, but Mike Thomas is not the guy of that group. I'd rather have Zach Moss. I'm not taking the other 2 wide receivers out, but that's me. Anything can happen, bro. Trust your gut. Very, very arguable question. I mean, Mike Thomas is getting targets, but he's active early in the game, and it's kind of weird when you see him out there not getting injured. To be honest with you, just if I'm being frank. 8 targets in week 1, 9 targets in week 2. No touchdowns, but some touchdown targets, right? But 61 yards, 55 yards. I don't know. I'm definitely feeling Zach Moss is safer for volume.
Would you put Thomas in over T. Higgins since Joe Burrow, we don't know about him?
Nope. Doesn't change from 30 seconds ago.
Gotcha.
Know what I'm
Okay,
saying,
thank
Draven?
you.
Hey, Draven, it's a good question, though. Burrow out, what happens?
Okay, I appreciate you.
I mean, hey, if your gut's saying Mike Thomas over T. Higgins if Burrow's out, Draven, trust your gut because T. Higgins crapped the bed in week 1. So you're not crazy to think that at all. But I certainly couldn't sit little T. Higgins over Mike Thomas, but that's me. Anything can happen, Draven. Appreciate you calling in. And Chad, if you feel differently, please give Draven some advice. Appreciate you. And the final caller of the night is Ninja. Ninja, you have 30 seconds, pal. The floor is yours.
Yo? So I'm 0-2 in a 16-team half PPR. I have Fields, Gibbs, Pierce, Stephon Diggs, Puka, and Dell. Should I just stand still or maybe try to trade away Puka to try to upgrade somewhere?
Bench Dell for
and
who,
then
though?
I got Goddard.
Bench
I
Dell
got
for
Goddard.
who,
That's
though?
my bet.
Bench Dell for who? What do you mean? Bench Dell?
No, stand still. Like, should I
Oh,
just, wait?
stand
just
still.
wait, or should I maybe do some trades?
I mean, you said you have Fields, Gibbs. Who else? Name them again.
Damian Pierce, Stephon Diggs, Puka, Goddard, and Tank Dell.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing you could do at all, and I don't mind it, to be honest, I don't mind it at all, is trade Diggs away. And my perfect little target package, which I can't guarantee that the JT or Kamara owner owned Debo, but it was like Debo and JT, Debo and Kamara for Diggs. I still think you can maybe pull that off with Breece Hall, JT or Kamara, and just go to that team and see what wide receiver they can throw in, whether it's, A.J. Brown obviously would be a home run. If you got A.J. Brown and like Hall or A.J. Brown and JT or A.J. Brown and a Kamara, even if you threw in Diggs and like a lower tier guy that you got off waivers that people like right now, like just throw him in or whatever, like that would be the move to make. If you can't pull that off, though, I'd probably wait a week and try and see if you can pull it off next week. Maybe somebody plays very badly and you can get that player. Like let's say Hall doesn't do well again. Now you can go after Hall using Diggs. Let's say Diggs blows up again. Now you can get Hall and a player like A.J. Brown stinks it up again, or Garrett Wilson, whatever. But a Garrett Wilson and a JT, a Garrett Wilson and a Kamara would be probably the best move for you. But I would stand still if you don't get a home run move.
Okay, so I'm basically kind of just weak at the running back position then, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say like you just wait and see. I mean, Pierce I don't give up on, but I think he's he's questionable right now for sure. All right, Ninja, call in again tomorrow, and we'll be live in the morning later. Mark, you are the final you're the final caller. Then I got to get to the super chats. Call your boy Just Sherman, Cowboy. Case, Giancarlo, Daniel, Jay, Dunn, Zepeda, Jay, Fendi, and Anthony. I'm coming for your super chats. Please hang tight. You got 30 seconds, Mark. Don't crap the bed. You're the final caller of the night. Close it out strong, bro.
All right, which one over Joe Burrow? Pick up Pickett, Howell, Jones, or Mayfield?
No. Mayfield, Daniel Jones, Pickett.
Mac Jones.
Oh, Mac Jones. I don't know,
Howell,
bro.
Pickett, Mac Jones, Mayfield.
Those are awful. God, why didn't you back up Joe Burrow like I told you all off season long with Jordan Love, bro?
I wasn't around, Smitty. I'm sorry, man.
That's right.
I need you here, Smitty. I know you can do it for me.
I don't know that I'm gonna pull this one out. Mac Jones, Sam Howell, Baker Mayfield, and who was the other one?
That's going to be Pickett.
Pickett. Oh, bro, that is such a tough.
Myself, I was leaning towards Baker.
Yeah, it's an Eagle matchup though, bro. I don't know. I mean, again, we don't want matchups to drive everything, but that's a tough match. They definitely can give up big plays, but again, it's a tough defense. But I mean, at least they give up more through the air. But they're still create havoc.
We definitely don't want to wait for Burrow for Monday, correct?
I mean, at least that gives you if you do that, at least that gives you time to react on Burrow for Monday, though. You know, so I'd say Baker. Okay. You know, Howell is kind of nice though too. He's, I mean, decent, I guess. You could go potentially Minshew, but there's weather, so I don't know. Yeah, probably Baker. Baker gives you the best chance of maybe using Burrow, you know, and not screwing it up on Sunday. All right, Mark.
Okay, just real quick, Drake London or Jacoby Myers?
What? What? Like, am I just off base here? Like, or is Jacoby Myers and Drake London, are they not even in the same stratosphere? Like, what are we talking about here? Jacoby Myers.
I'm just making sure. I didn't want to get that game from Drake London again. You know, I'm a little worried. But first week.
Yeah, Myers. He was injured last week?
Correct, concussion.
Yeah, I mean he had the 10 targets the week prior though, 2 touchdowns. I mean, maybe I'm wrong on Jacoby. Maybe I'm a little harsh on Jacoby. Let's see what the chat's saying on this one. Jacoby or London? I mean, I'm gonna say London. That Jacoby Meyer game feels like not a 1 week wonder because I know he's good. He's good. He's not great, but he's good. Steven says Jacoby is way better than London.
I'm bringing the hard questions, but hey, Smitty, thank you. And
Hold on. We're gonna get the chat to vote on this one. London, but Myers is very solid, says Travis. Yeah, I mean, maybe I'm a little hard on Jacoby. 2 touchdowns. It is impressive. It is impressive, but I'm not gonna sit London. I don't think it was a 1 week wonder type of scenario where we don't ever hear from him again. But I don't think he's gonna go out there and have, you know, even 100 yards and a touchdown, let alone the 81 and 2 scores that he got with the 10 targets. I'm going London. But maybe I was a little disrespectful to Jacoby when I was like, what? I mean, I can at least admit that maybe my reaction was a little bit harsh for the boy. All right. Hey, Mark, appreciate you. Trust your gut on that one. Later, pal. All right. I'm done with the phone calls for the night. Let me get to these super chats before I get too far behind on them. Call your boy says PPR 0 and 2. Actually, let me go over to the other screen here. Call your boy. Thank you, Stroke, for the $100 hauler, by the way. Stroke is the dude going to the moon.
To the moon.
Stroke, thank you, pal. 704 of you still in here. Amazing. You guys are absolutely amazing. 704 people in here. 380 thumbs up, though. I'm not trying to complain. That's a good number. But with 704 of you, if everybody hit it, we'd have 704 thumbs up. You know what I'm saying? So let's smash a little thumb up action for your boy. I mean, if you're watching the show 2 hours and 28 minutes in, you like it, right? You like it, right? So just do me a favor. Just punch that thumb up button. All right, here we go. Call your boy. Coming in with a 10 spot. Lost Chubb. Sorry to hear. There was some good news today on Chubb that he maybe only tore his MCL. I find it really hard to believe, though. I will say. There was some talk about his ACL not being torn, but being stretched. And that's what I was saying earlier, is that when why would this screen will not, it's messing with me here. When you tear your ACL, think of it like this. You tear your ACL and you stretch it, it's laxed and it potentially could tighten over time, but not like you would think. It doesn't just repair 100%. A lot of times what it is your ACL is functional. It's holding your knee, because that's the design of it, right? To keep that knee joint tight. Your ACL and your PCL, keep it so that your knee doesn't like drop off the shelf in either direction, right? This joint and this joint keeps it nice and tight. And when you tear your ACL, there's a test that they can do on site where you sit on a table, right? You sit on a table like this, and this is the table, and your rear end is right here. They grab the back of your calf up kind of near your knee, but where your knee bends, and they grab it and they pull forward like that. And if there's a lot of movement, if it's laxed, if there's a lot of slack, they pretty much know you tore your ACL. And that means that your knee joint is not completely tight, right? So if Chubb tore that ACL, not entirely, but stretched it, then he's going to have that lax knee, and that's going to make his knee very vulnerable. So not going in and repairing it, I don't know, his knee's going to be 100%. Like, I know everyone's excited about him coming back, but it's good news for him. Still waiting on Kamara. Need to start 2. Connor, Hopkins, Gabe Davis, AJ Dillon, Herbert, Sky Moore. How much hope is there left for this team at 0-3? Why don't you trade Connor and Hopkins for JT, bro? Why don't you trade every player you just named below Kamara for JT and just freaking balls to the wall, bro? That's what I would do. If I'm picking 2, I'd probably say Connor's got a horrible matchup, bro, but he's probably still the best option here with Hopkins. Or you could roll the dice. Gabe Davis might have some weather, so you got to wait on that one in the morning, but that's an interesting play. Sky Moore is pretty interesting. You could go Connor and Sky Moore, or Hopkins and Sky Moore. I think most people would go Connor and Hopkins. They're just the 2 best players, I guess you could say. But I would be trying to get those buy lows that we were talking about all night long. Hall, Gibbs, JT, Kamara, ETN, Ridley, Olave, AJ Brown, Garrett Wilson, DJ Moore, Ayuk, Flowers, Watson, JSN. Those are all very, very solid targets for my guy. And all these guys on screen right here. The Bijan and Gibbs show in Detroit tomorrow. Let's go, Just Sherman. Appreciate you dropping the super chat. And another one. Two name drops, 2 days. What the hell is going on? Appreciate you, Just Sherman. Appreciate you very much. Cowboy coming in strong. Non-PPR pick 1. Algier, London, Warren, and Kendre Miller. Probably going to say that my favorite player here is London. Algier's maybe the safest, but less upside than London. London's higher risk, higher reward. Kendre's kind of on the same plane as Algier. He's safe. He's got a lot of volume coming his way. Kendre's kind of a crafty play. I wouldn't mind Kendre this week, to be honest. But I'd probably roll London. Who do I start in my flex? Dotson, Roschon, Tank Dell, Elijah Moore, Kendrick Bourne. I'm probably going Tank Dell. Tank Dell has earned it at this point, and hopefully Jahan Dotson makes it a tough call moving forward. I play in a 10 times league. I DM'd you my team, says Giancarlo. Okay, I'll take a look at it, Gene, after I get off here. Appreciate you. Thanks for the super chat. Daniel, I made a trade. I got Ridley and Breda for Ford and Pittman. I got Ridley and Breda for Ford and Pittman. I think you got him.
Got him.
Freaking smash, bro. Took him to the cleaners on that one. That was great. Jay, flex 1 this week. Connor, Spears, Hunt, Roschon, Miller. Probably Kendre Miller, because Connor's matchup is brutal. So give me Kendre Miller. Not that matchup should drive a lot, but Taysom over Freiermuth needs ceiling. I guess I go Taysom, bro. Freiermuth has 1 catch in week 1, 1 catch in week 2. So, I mean, what kind of ceiling is that? He might have 1 catch in week 3. Zapata, appreciate you. Drop Dotson for Jacoby Myers. I mean, I just kind of laughed at Jacoby and, got reminded that he had 9 receptions for 81 yards and 2 touchdowns in week 1. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm off base on Jacoby. I don't drop Dotson. Maybe I drop someone else, but not Dotson. I don't drop Dotson. I can't drop Dotson. I can't Smitty approve that after 2 weeks of football. Dotson is one of my off-season moon men. I'm not going to give up on him, but I'm not saying don't go get Jacoby. Start 3. Hall, Swift, Pickens, Ford, McKinnon, Miller. I would say Swift and Pickens are locks, and I think that really it comes down to what do you need? Steady Eddie, go forward. Volume's going to be there. Swing, big swing and a miss, but chance of a home run, Hall. So you got to pick your poison there. Bro, there's no correct, safe answer. You just got to, what do you need? 0 PPR, 1 wide receiver, 1 flex. Puka, Cooper, Brees. No PPR, give me Brees and Puka. Give me Brees and Puka. Appreciate you. Anthony with the super chat. Judy, Madison, Dotson, Roshan, Jalen Warren for the flex. I guess maybe this is the week to give Madison one last go before he gets booted. And I could see him doing well after we talked about it, just because, now what do they do? It seems very Minnesota Viking-like. The trade for Akers. We hate Akers anyway. I like Madison more than Akers, even though I crap on both of them right now. But Madison felt like fool's gold. He played awful. He scored a touchdown in week 1. It salvaged his beginning part of the season, but that's it. He's horrible. 3 yards per carry, almost 3 even. I'd say Jalen Warren's the crafty move here. And maybe I'm crazy, but I would go Jalen. Is Jahmyr Gibbs finally going off tomorrow? You almost bet your bottom dollar. Appreciate you. It's Gibbs season, baby. Component structure of Jahmyr Gibbs' workload divide has a megawatt offload that if you compartmentalize the component conjunction timekeeper and you flux capacitor out the continuum component megabolt, things just end up happening. And that's why Jahmyr Gibbs is a top 5 to 10 running back instead of top 6 to 10. It's coming, bro. It's coming. Just get ready for it. I traded Hunt, Kelly, Puka, and Kyren for Gibbs. Traded Kelly, Hunt, Puka, and Kyren. It's a lot, bro. I mean, I'm not saying I don't think it'll work out, but I mean, Puka and Kyren together that's a good amount of talent, and Kelly can do really well this week. I hope it works out this week. I really hope Gibbs earns that value. I'm not saying it won't happen. I'm not saying you did bad. I just think Kyren is worth a lot. In some circles, you could trade Kyren alone for Gibbs. And where you can't, you're kind of just that guy's got Gibbs over your head and you're just willing to overpay. But Puka and Kyren is a lot in today's market right now, given where Gibbs costs, what his price tag is. So that's a tough one. Wide receiver and flex. Garrett Wilson, Moore, Addison, Swift, and Walker, Nico. 1 wide receiver, 1 flex. I'm going to go with Swift. And you got to go wide receiver. So, Walker or Swift. One of the two. But I'm going to go Addison for safety. If you need safety, if your matchup is looking like you're going to, tie or whatever, and you're close, then go with the safe play. If you need a big swing, you're down and out. You played Debo already. You're already down. You got Burrow out, and you got a horrible quarterback situation, shoddy. Then I probably would swing big and go Garrett Wilson and Swift or whatever. But Addison's safe, and Swift seems pretty safe. Walker's safe too, but Swift's coming off 170 and a touch. It'd be hard for me to sit him. But you might need to make a trade. Start Brees versus New England or Connor versus the Cowboys. Give me Brees Hall, baby. Give me Brees. Give me the beast. Traded Kamara, Jamal, Sutton for Waddle, Roshan, Gabe Davis. Traded Kamara, Jamal, Sutton for Waddle, Roshan. I don't hate this trade, but I don't love Waddle, and so I'd almost rather have Kamara. So I'm not saying that you made a bad trade. I'm just saying I personally like Kamara more. And he's one of my targets right here. Waddle's not, but I mean, it could work out well for you, I suppose. Lamar, Richardson, trade one of the quarterbacks in a 1 QB to a QB needy team if possible. Trade Henry off for 2 RB or 1 RB and a receiver like a JT and a freaking Garrett Wilson type player. That would be a solid move. AJ Brown, Henry for AJ Brown and a Brees Hall. Those types of moves are definitely the moves to make with that team. Appreciate your super chat. Jacobs, Gibbs, Kelly, Godwin, Ford, Dell, 2 running backs, 1 flex. I'm going to say you got to play Gibbs and probably Jacobs, I'd trade him, though. Gibbs, Jacobs, and I would probably say your safest bet is either Ford or Kelly, and they're both going to get a lot of work. So, I mean, one could say give me Gibbs, Kelly, and Ford. I just, Jacobs is playing a tough Pittsburgh D, but, like, they're vulnerable, clearly. They're vulnerable, but I just think Jacobs has looked bad. He's got close to 400 touches last year. Sat out all of August. This is a recipe for injury. But Gibbs, Jacobs, and probably I would say Kelly are your safest. Ford is pretty nice, but I think I like Kelly a little more. So maybe put Ford on the bench this week. Flex 1, Kelly, London, Judy, Javonte, D-Hop. Probably say Kelly is the safest. London's the highest risk, highest reward. So depending on what you need, Dark Knight, if you need safety, go Kelly. If you need a big swing and you're willing to risk it for the biscuit, then swing for London. Start 3, Pollard, Walker, Kyren, Gibbs. I'm going Pollard, Walker, and wow. Pollard, Walker, and wow. I mean, how do you put Kyren on the bench? You got to make a trade, Daniel. This is gonna make us both look like a fool each week when you bring this to me. Chat, what are we doing here? Who are we sitting? We're not sitting Pollard. I don't think we're sitting Gibbs, but maybe the chat's gonna say start Walker and Kyren. I think Gibbs is going nuts this week. I'm gonna sit. I'm gonna wait for the chat on this one. This is crazy. Travis says sit Gibbs. I can't blame anybody for saying sit any one of these. They're all very, very even. I just can't sit Gibbs this week. This is the week he does it. Sit Kyren, sit Gibbs. Pollard, Walker, Gibbs. Start Gibbs this week. Sit Walker. I mean, yeah, you could sit Walker this week. God, that's hard to do, but like he is the one player of the three the four that I feel like a wonder is he gonna get the 100-yard game? I guess sit Walker. I hate telling you to do that. I'd either sit Kyren or Walker. I'm not sitting Gibbs. Which 2 running backs to start? Kelly, Brees, or Gus? Kelly and Brees. I'm not starting Gus the bus. No, thank you. Appreciate your super chat. Loso, underdog, or prize? Come on, bro. Of course it's underdog. I don't even know what that other company's name is. I don't even know who they are. It's underdog. It's always underdog. Underdog smashes them to little itty bitty pieces, bro. Underdog to the moon. $9.99. That's my opinion. My personal opinion, by the way. It's just my opinion. One man's opinion. Pick 1 wide receiver and 1 flex. Dotson, Elijah Moore, Shaheed. I would say give me Dotson and Shaheed. Tank is available. Take Tank Dell. Flex Ford, White, Gainwell. Give me Ford this week. Lost Waddle. I'm sorry, bro. Thank you for the super chat, by the way, broski. All right, let's do a quick underdog. Let's do a quick underdog high or low, okay? And talk about my favorites this week. All right, here we go. Let's pick a winner. I love this. All right, what are my favorites this week? If you guys want to participate in this Underdog Fantasy promo code Smitty, I got good news, guys. I've got such good news. Wait till you hear what I'm about to tell you right now. And I'm dropping it in the live chat right now. I want to pin it in the live chat this very second. Here it is right here, right now. Pin the message. Click the link. Underdog Fantasy. If you use the link, they'll match up to $500 on your first deposit. They'll double your first deposit up to $500 through October 4th. Okay? So, unbelievable. Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Fantasy. Promo code Smitty. Links in the live chat. they'll double up to $500, 500 on your first deposit if you do it right now using the link that I just dropped in the live chat and pinned, or the link in the description, or just use code Smitty. Okay, do it live. Let's get to this. I'm gonna pick my favorite higher lows this week. I'm gonna scroll. This is how I do it. I scroll through until something just catches my eye, and I throw it on my list of 5 players. Tua, they have these cool new higher ×2. The chili peppers are next to them. They're spicy hot, and they're tough because they're higher numbers, and they only give you one choice to go higher. So they pick a really high number that's a little less unlikely, and they give you a ×2 on it. So it's pretty awesome. And so when you run across it and Tyreek Hill doesn't have one, that would be interesting if he did. You just keep rolling through, right? I don't see anything that's jumping out yet. Herbert, 2.5 TDs. That's a spicy 1.75. I don't think I'll take that. Keenan Allen, no thanks. Kelly, he's got, I think Kelly scores a touchdown, to be honest. I think that's an easy one. I'm going to put Kelly touchdown higher. I do want to get some of these ×2 in there. Times 0.175 for 2.5 TDs for Cousins. That's not horrible, but I'm going to pass on that one. JJ scoring a touchdown. I feel like he could this week. I might hit that. Jordan Addison scoring a touchdown, 1.5. Let's hit that one. I think that's a pretty good one. I might take that off if we find a couple others that are just too good to pass up. Bijan Robinson, 68 rushing yards. I'm sorry, that's not a 2.5 or 2 or a 1.75 or anything, but that's cakewalk stuff right there. 68.5. I'm gonna smash that. London with the touchdown ×2. I hate putting everything on this game here, but wow, that's a good one. Goff, 2.5 TDs. Gibbs higher than 47.5 rushing yards. Okay, so here's what it looks like. I don't know if I'm going to take the Addison one off or not. Let's keep looking, and I might come back and take that off. It's not that I don't like that one. It's just there might be one that I like a whole lot better that I want to throw on. Josh Allen rushing touchdown. It seems very likely. I think I'm going to take this Addison one off. Gibbs 47, I'm keeping that. Joshua Kelly I could take off, but I think I'll take the Addison TD one off. And I'll go back to the Josh Allen rushing touchdown. So now Josh Allen rushing touchdown is a 1.75 times. The Drake London's a ×2. So if you even did just a $5 one on this, that pays $3.50. $5 pays $3.50. That's unbelievable. So I'm gonna do that one. So $5 pays $3.50. All I have to have is Josh Kelly score a touchdown. Gibbs rush over 47.5 yards. Josh Allen score a touchdown on the ground. Drake London score a touchdown rushing or receiving. Bijan 68.5 yards, and I win $3.50 off $5. And again, this link is pinned. That's a good one. Let's do one more. I like the Josh Allen one again. I'm going to throw that in there. Let's keep looking downstream here. James Cook a touchdown, 1.25. I'll do that one too. That's not bad. I might take that one off if I find one I like better though. 1.5 TDs, 1.25 times for Howell. That's pretty interesting. Brian Robinson scores a touchdown, 1.25. That's a pretty good one. Dotson a touchdown ×2. Is this a rebound game for Dotson? Minshew, look at Minshew's mugshot. Zach Moss. Pittman, 1.5 for a score. Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson with a passing, two touchdowns passing against the Colts, and they're going to give him 1.25. I feel like he could throw 2 touchdowns. I feel like he could score 1 touchdown. Does anybody think that Lamar's scoring a touchdown? I feel like that one's pretty nice. Mark Andrews, 1.5 for a score. That's good. Zay Flowers over 53.5 yards. I love that one. I'm going to come back and do a all 1.5 one. Kendre Miller, 1.5 for rushing touchdown. I feel like that one's likely. Chris Olave for a score. I kind of don't want to put 2 on one team, but why not? So this one is, God, I hate having a double, but that, I mean, it's kind of fun though, because if the team goes nuts, like, you know, one of those guys is going to, like James Cook could get that receiving touchdown from Josh Allen. Kendre Miller and Olave scoring a touchdown each, but I think that game could go that way. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have both of them on there. What else is there? Let's see if I can take Kendre off and add somebody else. Jordan Love. Oh, that's a good one. 1.5. He has to throw 2 TDs. Let's take off, I guess, take off Kendre Miller. Take off Kendre Miller, and we'll go Jordan Love. So this one, $5 gets you $410. That's crazy with these 1 and 2 multipliers. Let's do another one with all big time multipliers. So Jordan Love, 1.25. Stroud, let's see here. What's Tank Dell got? Tank Dell has got no big multipliers. Trevor Lawrence, what's he got? Nothing. ETN, no. Ridley, touchdown. Ridley, 1.25. I'm taking that. I almost feel like taking the Kirk one as well. Tannehill, I don't want any Titans. I don't want any Browns. I don't want any Patriots. Maybe Ramondre a touchdown. That's an interesting one. I kind of like that one. Breece Hall. We'll stay away from that one for now. We'll stay away from the Jets. We got the Eagle players. Okay. Or no. We're at Carolina. Seattle, I'm going to stay away from that. Fields rushing touchdown. I can feel it. I can feel it. He's got to have a rushing touchdown. Everyone's going to be reminded of what he can do on the ground with his feet, I think. Kelsey, okay. Dak and the boys. Tony Pollard, nothing. I'm looking for these 1.75 and 2 times multipliers. Cardinals. No, thank you. Steelers. No, thank you. Raiders. No, thank you. Here we go. Rushing touchdown for Hurts. Give me that 1.25. I knew they were going to have something for Hurts that I like. A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown bounces back. Okay, so Fields rushing touchdown 1.25 times. Calvin Ridley 1.25 touchdown. Hurts rushing touchdown 1.25. Jordan Love 1.25 for 2 passing touchdowns. Maybe that's the only one I want to take away and read. Well, no, I think he scores 2. So if I do $5 on this one, I mean, this is unbelievable with these multipliers. That's 305. How is that one lower than? I'll take it. There we go. Unbelievable. Those feel like money. Those feel great. All right. Somebody tell him receiving means receiving. What are you talking about? It's a receiving and rushing touchdown. So Calvin Ridley, for example, the 0.5 rushing, it's rushing or receiving. He just has to get one rushing or 1 receiving touchdown, and he's got it. Okay, I got a couple super chats here, and then we're gonna be out of here for the night. We'll be back in the morning. This one is from Loso. Loso says, "Do I drop Tank Bigsby for A-Chain?" I probably would for the moment, but that could definitely change pretty quickly. This one from Marquez, A-Chain or Dotson who to pick up. I'd rather have Dotson. I want both of them, and play Pierce over Ford. I'd probably play Ford this week. I hate to say that, but I think Ford's going to get good volume, and Pierce, we're just unsure what's going on. Dell, 3 receptions, and Olave, 5 reception overs. Those are good ones as well. I should do more of the reception ones. That's a good point, bro. Thank you. Scotty Dew with the super chat. Appreciate Scotty coming here from Hawaii. Traded away J.J. Madison. Madison is trash. Received Puka, Addison, Kamara. I'm not gonna hit the got him button, Scotty. I don't hate the trade, but I don't love it. I mean, Addison, Kamara, Puka is nice, but I wouldn't have traded JJ away. I agree with you, Madison's trash, but I don't think I would have traded JJ for that. I love Kamara. He's a great buy low, but he's a buy low. This was selling Kamara, or buying Kamara high in a way. I don't know. Does anybody disagree or agree in the chat? I'm pretty sure the chat's going to disagree. This ain't a got him moment. I can't hit the got him button, Scotty. I can't. I won't hit disapprove or take a lap, but I just don't. I don't love it. I don't love it, bro. I don't love it. I don't love it. Jared says start 1 wide receiver and flex 1. I'm going to go probably, if Christian Watson is a full go, bro, full go, then obviously, but I don't know that he's going to be. So assuming he isn't, I'm going to go Tank, Dell, and Ford. And I love JSN though. But if let's say it's Ford and Christian Watson, if Watson's like a full go, and there's a lot of terrible trade, equal, big L. I'd take JJ. He lost the trade. Got you, Scotty. You read my mind over Mostert and Thomas. Oh, Christopher's talking to somebody else. I mean, I don't think it was. I'm not going to hit the take a lap, Scotty. I don't think you got him. Kendre Miller or Jerome Ford. I'm probably going to say Jerome Ford's safer, but Kendre Miller is a fine play this week, bro. He's a really good play. Saul's back. I went to do something and didn't get an answer to your question from earlier. So, can you call in real quick? Not to blast you or anything, but just call in real quick, Saul, please. Please call in real quick. We got to talk this out. Here's the phone line, bro. My boy Saul. I love Saul. I think Saul's got thicker skin than we thought. Saul, we're waiting for you. I went to do something I didn't get to answer your question from earlier, but yes, I sat Swift last week. I just worried about Gainwell taking volume away. Can you go back to my super chat from earlier? So Saul, call in real quick. Your boy Smitty knows what he's talking about. Okay, I didn't just get a psych degree for fun. Okay, I got a psych degree because I knew I'd have to come in here and talk to you fine folks all day and dissect everything that's going on here. Better call Saul. Better call Saul. We're waiting for him. While we wait for him, let me see if this is Saul. Hey, Saul, is this you? Is this Saul?
Yep.
Is this Saul?
Yes, sir.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm Saul.
Okay, Saul, give me your first super chat. What did your first super chat say?
I said pick 2 from. I needed. What I gave you 3 running back names, but it was Kelly, Moss, and Swift.
Okay,
and I said pick 2 from those.
This is you. By the way, you're in Arizona too.
Yeah, I'm in Tempe.
Attaboy, Saul. I might see you once in a while, like out and about.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Saul. So I didn't mean to. I wasn't picking on you earlier. I don't know if you felt that way or not.
Oh,
but
no, you good, man.
Okay, but did I not nail it? Did I not psychoanalyze you? I mean, just admit it.
I was just looking back at it right now, like, damn.
I got you, bro. Look. This mind here was made for 2 things: football and psychology, and sometimes not listening to Miss Smitty. I do those three things pretty well. But anybody that is not starting Swift this week is so bent out of shape that they didn't start him last week. They feel like it's too late to get on board. You, in your mind, you feel like you already missed it. Like, if I don't play him this week and I end up being right, at least I gain something back from my mess up last week. And I'm not saying that Swift's a lock to do anything, bro. Like, maybe Moss goes out and has 2 touchdowns and 80 yards, and that's a great game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, because there's no one competing against Moss, you know?
Right, but Swift had 170 yards and a touchdown, bro.
Yeah.
And I know you didn't want. You were so burned when you watched it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't sit Swift. If you wanted to put Moss in over Kelly, because Kelly crapped the bed last week, and instead of judging Kelly, you're judging Swift, who had 170 yards and a touchdown last week. Why don't you judge Kelly and put Kelly on the bench? So my advice would be, if you're gonna bench one of them, bench Kelly for Moss. You know, I do think Kelly could have a good day, but Kelly did shiat the bed pretty hard. So, like, he deserves the benching, and then in hindsight, I won't be mad at you. You shouldn't be mad at yourself. You can't regret it. If you like Moss this week, trust your freaking gut, bro, but do not take Swift out of your lineup.
Yeah, I'm going to keep Swift in, man.
All right, bro. Good talk.
Hey, guess what? I also traded Kyren Williams for A.J. Brown this week.
I like that.
You believe that?
Yeah, not to clown on Kyren, because Kyren's like a top 3 or 4 running back right now. But yes, bro, I would have taken that trade as well. You did good. You did good, my guy. You did real good.
So, like, everybody's drafting A.J. Brown over Kyren, like, in higher rounds.
Yeah. All right, so I appreciate you. Stay safe in Tempe there, and go get Ted's hot dogs before they close. Oh, they're closed already. I just had Ted's hot dogs today. I just went to Ted's hot dogs today. I was there in Tempe.
Okay.
You ever had Ted's?
Yeah, it was busy out here right now.
You ever had Ted's hot dogs?
No, I've never been there, but I've definitely heard about it.
Yeah, right on McClintock and Broadway. It's the real deal. It's the real deal. Get a side of cheese. I pour it on top of the dog, bro. All beef, extra well done, ketchup, relish. Pour cheese all over that thing so you can't even recognize it. Just looks like a tube of cheese, and I just dig into it, bro.
Yeah, all that.
All right, Saul, appreciate you.
All right, you're the go, man. Take care.
Yeah. I knew what was going on in this man's head. I knew it. 100% knew it. And then what does he do? He comes in, drops a $10 holler like a monster. Saul, I appreciate you. And Saul, the phone line's always open to you, pal. This guy coming in like a monster. Absolute super chat monster. Saul. My guy. Final 2 super chats of the night, then I'm out of here. I'm going to go Netflix while I fall asleep and wait for all you fine folks to join me in the morning. What is this right here? What is there to do with Burrow in fantasy? His calf has made him have to get carted around at practice all the time. I think I'm all the way out on him. Definitely, I would be all out on Dynasty, but I definitely feel like this is a horrible unraveling of Joe Burrow 2023. I traded for Anthony Richardson in a league where I got Burrow in the Marsman League, and I felt like I needed to do it because without doing that, I don't know if I'm going to pull it out. And so, unfortunate move, but I do like Anthony Richardson a lot, but Joe Burrow might have some trade value for me later. He might not. It just depends on when he bounces back. I'll hold him and trade him later. Flex Brian Robinson or Ford. That's close. I guess Brian Robinson maybe is a touch. Then again, that weather, bro. We'll have to find out in the morning. For now, I go Ford because of the weather. The weather could make him run a lot, though, but it still is a wild card. So let's find out in the morning. Appreciate all of you for being here. Please hit that thumb up button on the way out the door. 638 of you amazing people still in here. 444 thumbs up. Can't thank you enough. I'll be here. I'm always live the last hour leading into kickoff. So I'll see you guys here on the YouTube channel. The Start Bench Morning Show, the kickoff show leading into kickoff 1 hour before. See you all later. Get out of here. Appreciate you. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for everybody coming in here strong, dropping wads all over the screen. I think I got everybody's super chat. Jack, appreciate you. With the Burrow question, I'm sorry, bro. Just try and back him up. Go after Fields. Go after a quarterback like Fields or AR5. You know what I'm saying? All right, bros. My calf's still torn. You know what? I should have been more cautious with Joe Burrow. Given, and Ron even said that with my calf strain. I should have known. I should have given you my testimonial that my calf won't. But the thing about Joe Burrow's calf, though, if I was to give anybody any sort of hope, is he keeps describing it like, oh, my calf's not sore anymore. That's good. My calf wasn't sore, and I continue to tear it. But my calf isn't sore. It's torn. Like, if I was describing it, I wouldn't say, it wasn't that sore today. I would be like, it's ripped. I can feel it ripped. It's not sore. It's torn. So for him to describe it like it's sore or not sore from one day to the next, I don't know that feels strained to me. And that could be the hope here. But it's a hope. It's a hope, and Joe Burrow completely could be unravel season for him. But it's still early. We're 2 weeks in. Even if he sat 2 or 3 weeks, he could come back and be just fine. So tough to say like his season's over, and nobody should be giving up on him or giving him away. All right, hit that thumb up button on the way out the door. Appreciate you all. I'm live Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Monday through Friday, I'm live whenever news breaks. I'll see you all tomorrow. 1 hour before kickoff. Deuces.
Law Dog Milk for Maines on sale this season. Soak your mane and win a league. Law Dog Milk.